It is November soccer. It is postseason soccer for the Indy 11. They made the playoffs a season ago, but they host a USL Championship playoff match for the first time in 5 years. It's a first postseason berth for Rhode Island. Well, that's in part because this is their debut season, and they have been tremendous out of the gate. It is the 4-5 matchup in the Eastern Conference playoffs, brought to us by Terminex. It is Rhode Island visiting the Indy 11. Thanks for joining us on ESPN Plus and Wish TV alongside Brad Hodder. My name is Greg Rakestraw. More on the Indy 11 in a moment. Rhode Island has been fantastic, really, from, say, mid-June on. After getting that win against Lou City, they've been on a tear for the last 4 months. That was accentuated by scoring 8 against Miami last Saturday night.
Yeah, great coach. They built a great roster. However, you see their form changed as soon as J.J. Williams got healthy.
Noah Fuson, the leading assist maker in the league, only player to finish in double figures of those with 10.
Yeah, they've got firepower coming from all different places, so it's going to be a really difficult one for Indy 11 to navigate.
How good is this Rhode Island team? Last year's Golden Boot winner, and Albert Dequa, can't even break into the starting lineup. He comes off the bench for Conno Smith.
How about that? The Golden Boot winner coming off the bench for you.
These two teams played twice. They played to a 3-3 drawing in the Providence area on July 5th. A midweek match back on August 7th. Indy won that one 1-0, courtesy of Sebastian Guenzani.
Yeah, just a great little touch from Lawrence Wotton over. Seba has a great finish. Hunter Solt does enough to keep the ball out of the net.
Again, both these teams kind of played rotated squads when they faced each other. For Indy back in July, it was right before the Open Cup quarterfinal against Atlanta. For Rhode Island here on August the 7th, it was their last midweek match of the season. So you see kind of the numbers that these two teams have over the course of the season. I'm not sure we saw either squad at 100% when they faced each other earlier this year.
I agree. And you always want to enter the playoffs on a high note. Take a look at Rhode Island. Have not lost a match in their last 5.
Again, Rhode Island ready to go. Hopefully the Indy 11 are as well. The Brickyard Battalion, they've been waiting for this match since November of 2019. Starting lineups and opening kickoff come your way next. It's USL Championship playoff soccer on Wish TV and ESPN Plus.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
At Indiana Members Credit Union, we're invested in more than just your finances. We're invested in your future, the future of your family, the well-being of the community you live in, and in those who dream big. Until those dreams become a reality, any bank can give you a loan or open an account. At IMCU, we care about more than just dollars and cents. We care about doing things that make sense. And investing in you makes good sense to us.
Find it, try it, paint it, love it. 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 Find it, try it, paint it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Tonight's match is presented by Community Health Sports Medicine. Exceptional care simply delivered. And by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle. Before we kick off today's match, we want to send best wishes to Matt Kerwin, who does the Tide Talk podcast for Rhode Island FC, and one of our own, Meshach Jerome, that played here each of the last 2 years. Both are dealing with house fires. For Matt, his family okay, but lost most of everything they own. For Meshach, he, his wife, and a relative were all injured in a house explosion just outside of Omaha. Meshach played for Union Omaha this year. Again, best wishes to both of those people or extended families as they are dealing with tragedies this week. Our starting lineups are brought to us by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Brad, this is the same 11 Sean McCauley rolled out 2 weeks ago in a playoff clinching win against Birmingham.
Yeah, and you got to like this. This lineup has been rolled out a couple of times in variations of it where they're starting to get to know each other and get some experience because you got some late season pickups here.
Of note for Rhode Island FC, again, J.J. Williams a brace last week. Noah Fuson, their lead creator. Those are the two up top. We start to see 5 at the back for a good chunk of this match for Rhode Island.
Yeah, you're going to see 5 at the back on paper, but Quizera, we know, gets up and down the line very, very well.
Quizera has been as skilled of a player as we have seen all season long. Love his combination of speed and precision.
Yeah, and when you keep Fuson and Williams in tight, that gives that channel down the flank for him to attack.
Joshua Encarnacion is our match referee, and the playoffs are back in Indianapolis. Thanks for joining us here on Wish TV and ESPN+. And congratulations, Rhode Island FC. To be a playoff team in year number 1 is quite the accomplishment. Again, the USL Championship playoffs are brought to us by Terminex. Okay, Vegas in goal for Rhode Island.
It's an accomplishment, like you say, but it's no surprise because when we first saw them and we were breaking down tape and then prior to our first match, it's like this is a team that's going to compete.
We saw it on the graphic, but Joshua Encarnacion flanked by Tom Felice, Matthew Schwartz, and Drew Klemp for today's playoff contest. One of 2 that take place today. There's the finale out in the Western Conference in terms of the quarterfinals. Other 6 matches all finished over the course of the last couple of days. We'll offer a full recap of all 3 Eastern Conference matchups at halftime. We know this, the winner of this game is going to Lou City in the semifinals for a game that'll be played next Saturday at 7:30. Time for Injury Report as no Darcy is helped from the turf. An Injury Report is brought to us by Community Health Network Sports Medicine, official sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. Simply put, the Indy 11 are as healthy as they have been all season long.
And it's the perfect time. You need to be in that position so you have all your weapons available to you.
Restart here in Darcy, who scored twice against the Indy 11 off of corners. The 2 teams played to a 3-3 draw back on July the 5th.
Not just off of corners, but it was the exact same corner. He makes a slashing run to the front of the 6, and they play it there for him, and he's able to put it on. Even though he didn't score when they played here, they attempted that same positioning on the corners.
J.J. Williams goes down in a heap. That was a foul against Ben Ofemu. So a restart coming here in a dangerous position for the visitors. And a lot of familiar names and faces. Obviously, J.J. Williams amongst that group. We've seen him play at a variety of stops around the league. Birmingham back in 2021. He had 12 goals last season, playing for Nicky Law and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. And again, there was both a foul for the nudge in the back, and frankly, Ofemu stepped on Williams. That's the reason for the yelp as he was going up to try to track down that ball. Mark Ibarra, formerly the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, sends this one in. Williams tried to distribute it the opposite direction, and then Williams commits a foul. It has been a whistle festival so far here in the opening 2.5 minutes.
Well, you look at the foul on J.J. Williams, and when he knows that he's able to hold off his defender, he braces himself, and he's strong in holding them off. But when he also realizes it's a 50-50 ball, he's willing to take a little bit of contact and turn it into a restart.
Douglas Martinez appears to be all right. Let's get to our keys to the match. They are brought to us by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. And you will notice a theme that I will explain to those of you outside of Indianapolis in a matter of moments.
Yeah, we got a little T-Swizzle stuff going on. For Indy, they got to be fearless. You got to take chances, be aggressive in the attacking third, and stay. Defense is a premium in the playoffs. You got to stay in good defensive integrity. For Rhode Island, sparks are flying like crazy with this team offensively. They need to keep that up and see if they can't put this thing away early and then shake it off. This is a mentally tough team. Early in this season, they were really struggling to get a win. Everything was a draw. They were tough to beat as well. But that kind of mental toughness to navigate that and turn the season around is what you're going to need for a deep playoff run.
And for those that notice a trend, yes, Taylor Swift has her third and final show in Indianapolis this weekend, her final American shows of the Eras Tour. I can see the venue from here, Lucas Oil Stadium. The concert starts about 6.5 hours from now. And if you're wondering why this was a Sunday afternoon match, as this one is shepherded across the byline for a Koke Vegas goal kick, this is the 7th soccer match played here since 6 o'clock on Friday night. This, as Sean McCauley looks on from the sidelines, the home of the IHSAA Soccer State Finals. Congratulations to the 6 state champions that were crowned here over the course of the last couple of days. It's been a busy weekend in the Circle City.
It has. And, you know, one more concert. And just an update for anybody. Do you know any tickets still available for tonight's show?
I think I know of an Indy 11 employee that is selling them for quite an uptick.
It's a great financial investment, those tickets.
Ticket entrepreneurship is very legal here in the state of Indiana. Here's Neidlinger. He would probably be the player most likely to be a Taylor Swift fan on the Indy 11 because he is all of 19 years old. He is no longer on an academy contract, signed to a full professional deal in October. Your thoughts about Logan getting the nod in today's match?
Oh, it's unreal. You know, we've looked at him in a variety of circumstances from his first match to his first start, and no moment has been too big for him.
Blake Stanley, who again spent the first half of the season as the assist creator. He finishes with 7 league assists, 9 in total, but he hasn't had one since June 1st, yet he has been invaluable in the lineup. He's played the full 90 in 32 of 34 league matches. The 2 that he didn't, it was an intentional rest to not send him on the trip. What will Stanley's role need to be for Indy today?
Well, you know, defensively, even though the assists have dropped, and that's not been, I mean, Indy 11 went through a scoring drop for a bit, so part of it is not on Aiden Stanley. He's been solid defensively the entire season. They're going to need that from him tonight. And you take a look at that ball right there, you know, no goals this year. He's had a couple of shots, but that's one you'd love to see him maybe put back across the box.
eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. It's Neidlinger, Ofemu, Musa, and Stanley across the back. Here is Quizera.
And that's one right there. And you can see Neidlinger, you know, motions to Foster. He understands Quizera's going to close him down quickly. It's got to be fewer touches. That ball's got to move.
Quizera made 12 appearances over the last 2 years with Montreal in Major League Soccer. 3 goals, 5 assists. I think we saw him at the right time of the year in terms of what he did against both El Paso and Indy 11 on June 26th and July the 5th in terms of the maximum impact he can have for Cano Smith's team. Stoneman.
Great ball.
Augie Williams trying to stay behind Yeo, but the flag goes up. AR says Augie was behind the play offside, shown for the first time in today's match.
Boy, I love that thought from Neidlinger. The back line is up a little bit high. You got Augie Williams with some pace. Just a one-touch ball over the top. Williams was just a step too far, but there was the space to play him in.
What a job Cano Smith has done in his first year. The architect of the franchise has spent time with Tom Sohn in Birmingham. And I had a chance to interview him for Soccer Saturday this week, and he said we wanted USL Championship experience because of the amount of travel that is involved in this league. And this is why you see, again, names like Williams, Dikwa, Ibarra, Vegas, Stoneman, guys that know what this league is about.
Yeah, you could not have picked a better coach for this franchise.
15 draws, which is a record for a team in a USL Championship season, and they had several of those. The breakthrough moment was mid-June. Now, Kano would say it was the draw against Memphis where they were up 2-0 and things kind of evaporated late in the match, but the rest of us would say, nah, scoring 5 in Louisville kind of catches everybody's attention. And from that moment, they have been a different team.
Well, the thing for them, too, now is they know they can go into Lynn Family Stadium and get it done.
They may be the one team that feels confident about going to Lynn Family Stadium and getting it done. And they know whomever wins this match, that's where you're heading. Indy would love another edition of LIP AFC after a 2-2 draw where Lou City scored the late equalizer back on October the 5th. Today's match is brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transformational developments, construction, management, and investments.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker, giving up that goal and giving up those 3 points late in the season to Lou City. But Indy 11 knows they can play against them as well. Scored 2 here at home, should have won that game, and scored 3 in Lynn Family Stadium. So they're not going in there thinking, I wonder if we can get that. They know they can play with them. Both of these teams match up well with Lou City.
Here's Ibarra. Lou City awaits the winner of this one, our other Eastern Conference semifinal. We'll see the Tampa Bay Rowdies, who clearly got the ship righted against the Indy 11 last Saturday night, as they went to Hamtramck, won on penalties. Jordan Farr, magnificent between the posts.
The crazy thing is neither Tampa Bay nor Indy 11 really needed that match in Tampa. But for the psychological part of it, for the momentum part of it, Tampa Bay, you talked about it, getting this ship right. They needed the win. They not just needed the win, they needed a statement win, and they needed a clean sheet. They got that. They rolled that into a win up in Detroit.
The flick by Quizera. Here's Fuson. Back to Quizera using that speed, but Neidlinger, yep, that was across the byline. Goal kicking. That was, frankly, a veteran play with the nudge on the shoulder to make sure Quizera couldn't continue the run.
Right, and you take a look, you can see why Fuson has, so many assists and what a playmaker he is. It's just a little bit of touch into space for Quizera.
Take a look at Neidlinger, trailing on the play. Again, they are lethal when Quizera gets the ball in this spot, which is why just that little bit of contact was important for Neidlinger.
Right. The important part about his run is he's coming from a defensive position. So he's always going to complicate things for defenders because he's not the right matchup for anybody as he breaks through.
Here is Quizera again. He's got Haribo to his right, who is a midseason acquisition, another league veteran. Was not seen the field in Tampa Bay, has been a difference maker for Rhode Island.
Yeah, once they picked him up, I think he scored in 3 straight.
Yeah, he made his debut against the Indy 11 back on July 5th. We saw Zach play in Birmingham, which is again where Cano Smith knows him well. The only player that's kind of new to this group is the player with the ball at his feet right now. That is Morris Duggan, who is on loan from Minnesota United, which means that Sean McCauley knows him very well.
It's the 7-6 degrees of separation from Coach McCauley. There's just about every soccer player on the planet.
Although Morris was a new addition this year, he played collegiately at Marshall. And if there is a talented international player these days that plays college soccer, decent chance to play to Marshall, because we talk about those guys so often now in this league.
Yeah, they have found their pipeline, and they do a great job of recruiting internationally.
When I think of hubs of European soccer, Huntington, West Virginia is immediately what comes to mind.
That and Young Harris, those are the two.
Very similar, those perks. So again, possession starting to tilt in favor of Rhode Island.
Oh my, what a touch.
Fuson just couldn't get to it. Quinn racing back, but his clearance is blocked. Quinn did not feature the first time these two teams played. Got his first start of the season the second time around. By the way, this portion of this match is brought to us by Community Health Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. Exceptional care simply delivered.
Now, it's going to be interesting to see. Rhode Island primarily has been attacking down this left flank. Is it something they've seen? Is it the young player? Is it they don't want to go against Stanley? Or is it the fact that they're so loaded on the left side?
That's the overlapping circles. It's also a corner kick brought to us by Wilson Kehoe-Winningham. But, Brad, I would say all of those reasons, primarily the gentleman you see on your screen right now. So Ibarra will send this one in. Four assists. One of three players to play in every Rhode Island match in their debut season. Could be a difficult ball here headed down. Augie Williams clears it about a foot. Here's the blast that does not stay on frame. It did not take a touch. Goal kick for Hunter Solt.
Yeah, that's interesting because they've had so much success driving it to the near post at the 6. They overhit it. So you wonder if, coming into the game, they said, hey, let's throw a few wrinkles into the corner kick and then let's go back to what's worked for us.
So here is Hunter Solt on loan from the Portland Timbers. Set to tribute this and elects not to build from the back this time. He will blast this one towards the west side of Indianapolis. Hunter inserted as the starting netminder back on April the 20th against the Switchbacks. And by the way, that Switchbacks Indy 11 game didn't seem to be too important when they played on April the 20th. Switchbacks won their playoff opener last night. Indy is now hosting. It's amazing how much can change in the span of 6 months.
It really is. And you take a look, too. Sacramento, who early in this season you would have said running away with everything in Las Vegas is an afterthought. Not anymore.
Well, congratulations to the Las Vegas Lights. Their first playoff match in club history. Williams. There are few players that Williams will not be able to out-physical. Ofemu is one of the few guys that matches his size up front.
Right, and you talk about that foul early on. When J.J. Williams wants to hold a defender off the ball, he's unfoulable. He's that strong. When he wants to draw the foul, he'll draw it like a veteran.
Holstead will use the throw here. Use a couple of lanes of the track as well to do so. Huizera sizing up his options. And now all the way back to Ibarra to reset. He goes back to Vegas, so it gives us a chance to tell you about Sports Tech HQ. Indiana, winning is in our DNA. For more information, visit forthebull.com. Here's the chance for the counter for the Indy 11. Play it to Foster, speed near side. Foster, bodied up by Duggan.
Great double team. Great double team.
Taken down outside of the 18 and nothing to it. And Foster was not yet on the Indy 11 when these two teams got together on July 5th and August 7th, respectively.
What a great double team. Duggan does the job of being the pressing defender to hold up Malik Foster. Ibarra comes in from the backside. High side double team wins the ball.
For Duggan, this is his 10th match played with 7 starts. Bouncing ball finds Augie Williams, but can do nothing when it. Yeo stood him up. And a goal kick coming for Koke Vegas.
Malik Foster's not going to sneak up on anybody. I mean, he's been doing it for so long.
He can fly by you. So maybe speed-wise he can sneak up on you.
Here's the thing.
But reputation, you're correct.
The move that he pulled off in Detroit now has been clipped by the USL and by Indy 11. We both have put it out there. It has over 20 million views. 20 million views in just a couple weeks.
Internet famous is Malik Foster, the native of Jamaica. Part of the last wave of roster moves the Indy 11 made during the month of August that brought in Malik, Hayden White, and Brem Sumaro. Foster and Sumaro starting today. Hayden White available for selection off the bench. Hope you had a chance to listen to Soccer Saturday, either live yesterday on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan, or in podcast form at anchor.fm/Indy-11. Now, frankly, I'll tell you, this game is kicked off. It is a little used to because it was all about previewing this match. So we talked to both coaches, Sean McCauley, Kano Smith, Indy 11 captain Aiden Quinn, and our buddy John Morrissey, as in USL Tactics on Twitter and Backheeled. If you want to go back and see how the projections, predictions did, etc., you can anchor.fm/Indy-11. Huizera, he has been the funnel. Fuson, wasn't sure if he was onside or not. Looked over, AR kept the flag down. So it will be a corner kick, second of the match, brought to us by Wilson Kehoe-Winningham.
So you take a look at that driven switch from Duggan just moments ago. A great ball. You take a look, and they've been attacking the left flank so much. Indy shifted a lot of players over there. That ball that switches field has Indy shift. They bring it quickly back and back into Huizera's space.
Ibarra. At the edge of the 6, it was Ofemu that got there first, but not out of danger. Ask for a handball. I think they're getting it. It is a handball. It's a penalty. It's a point to the spot to start the match. And Rhode Island has a chance from 12 feet away to take a 1-goal lead. Hayden Quinn, Augie Williams will ask for a conversation. We'll take a look when given the opportunity. So Ofemu got there first. And Sumaro, the guilty party. And frankly, not a lot of complaints from the Indy 11 on the play.
No, and there's nobody hotter right now than J.J. Williams, a hat trick in the last match. One of them being a PK, so of course he's going to be the guy that steps up.
Salt at 6'7", trying to be even bigger. Williams wants a reset. Everybody lining up in case of a rebound. For the first postseason goal in Rhode Island history. Got it. And little that Salt could do about that. Rhode Island on the board first in minute number 19.
Wow, what a finish. You take a look at the way as a goalkeeper, you're kind of guessing, you're kind of looking, you're trying to figure out, okay, are we going to place this? Are we going to hammer it? When you got confidence, you're free to hammer it, and he did.
First goal in 2 trips to Indianapolis for Rhode Island. How does this change the tenor of this match so early on?
Well, dramatically, because one, if it's a save or a miss, it swings it completely the other way. And now, you know, when you look at the way that Rhode Island is allowed to play now, they don't have to open up as much. They can sit a little bit and only start to stretch themselves offensively when it's a great opportunity, and that allows them to keep their defensive integrity.
And to be blunt, they've controlled the possession for the better part of the last 10 minutes.
It looked like there were a bit of words from J.J. Williams to Hunter Salt afterwards. Hunter gave a little thought about chasing him down and finishing the conversation and pulled out of that.
Wise move by the 22-year-old from Alaska.
Yeah, you don't want to get too caught up in emotions 20 minutes into a match.
So 1-0 for the visitors in trying to win their first playoff match in club history. And you and I were having this conversation off there. A tip of the cap to Rhode Island. They have done everything right on and off the field in year number 1. A new stadium that is inbound for Rhode Island. They'll be playing there next year. There's a handball with obviously significantly less consequences for Noah Fusak. Special guest to be joining us here coming up in a matter of moments. While Indy tries to build from the back, let's recognize our friends, the Keystone Group, specializing in transformational developments, construction, management, and investments. Well, let's welcome a young man that has had, well, one of the few better seats than this one a handful of times this year. It is Maverick McCoy, part of the Indy 11 Academy. Foul is called on Quizera, which saves a transition moment for Rhode Island. Maverick is joining us because the Indy 11, they are going to be in the USL Academy Cup playoffs again come December. They have won the regular season title, and Maverick is heading to play at Notre Dame next fall as well.
That's right.
Maverick, good to see you, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, let's talk about your experiences on the field. You haven't had a chance to play in a senior team match, but did you get to dress a handful of matches?
Yeah. What
was that experience like this year?
No, it's awesome, and it's really just a training, just being able to learn from these guys day in and day out. It's unreal. It's unreal.
Yeah, when you look at that, it's a leap. I mean, even though you're playing at the top level in the academy and you guys are doing great on a national level, it is a step up to start playing with full-time pros. How has that adjustment been for you?
It's been tough. It's been tough. It definitely takes a minute to get used to and get used to the level of play, but the guys are there to help you, and they want you to get better, and it's the adjustment's easy once you're in the environment every day.
Now, how do you think that adjustment is going to impact you as you head to a strong Division I program?
It's going to make it a lot easier, especially since this level is better than the Division I level, so that adjustment will only really help that leap to Division I level.
The whole point of having all of these academies is for all these teams to tap into great local talent, of which Maverick is a part of. That opportunity here that Williams could not finish. There will be a point to the corner flag, so a corner kick brought to us by Wilson Kehoe Winningham. being a Hamilton County kid, to have this in your backyard and train at Grand Park every day, you know, to be away from your friends and family, what has that meant to you?
It's meant the world. It's really a dream come true. I remember, you know, coming to this very place when I was younger and seeing it, and the fact that I'm in this environment day in and day out, and, you know, coming to these games and making the dress list is just a dream come true.
Stanley bending ball, Coque Vegas able to get to without much of a issue.
Thrilled that you're staying in state.
Yeah.
What was it about Notre Dame that made you say, yeah, I'm coming?
For me, it was the elite academics and elite athletics, and that's just something that you don't get at a lot of top universities. And some places you get the academics without the athletics, and the other way around. But the fact that you have both, and then it's, you know, 2 hours away. So all those factors.
Love that. You know, that was a family school of mine. My mom went across the street to St. Mary's.
Yep.
My dad went to Notre Dame. My older brother went to Notre Dame, and I applied, but didn't quite get in. So that is an elite academic institution, so congrats.
Another corner coming here, one taken very quickly by Rhode Island. This will be from Wilson Kehoe Winningham. It is deemed that Foster got there cleanly, even though the player from Rhode Island is down. I think that's Ibarra. So we will go back and check on him, but it will be a goal kick coming up for Hunter Salt. Again, Maverick McCoy, who played, again, did not feature for the Indy 11 senior squad, but get to address a handful of games. Obviously, your academy teammate is getting a start today in Logan Neidlinger. What has it been like to watch him go from one of the best academy players to one of the top 11 senior team players this year?
Right. No, it's been awesome, and I'm super pumped for him. And he's took his opportunity, and he's done so well. And I'm excited to see, you know, what his future is like for this club and for himself as a player. To get to represent the Indy 11 at a national level. Again, Indy has won the Academy Cup in years gone by. Just your thoughts on doing it again in early December? No, I mean, that's the goal, and we expect to go down there and not only compete, but to win, and that'll be our goal, and I'm looking forward to it. Finally, before we let you go, since I know your dad and your grandfather, my guess is Wade might be here, but if not, hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I know your grandfather, Mark, is watching. Yep. Being an old basketball official, how much does he actually know about soccer? Know about soccer, not that much, but he's getting there just from watching me and my sister, so he's getting there. He knows to look for number 55 for the Indy 11. That's what he knows. That's right. We'll let you go enjoy the match. Good luck in the Academy Cup playoffs, buddy.
All the best.
Thank you.
All the best.
Maverick McCoy representing the Indy 11 Academy. The job that Kiki Wallace, Phil Presser, etc. have done to build that program. Frankly, they expect championships and trophies each and every year, and they'll look for another one coming up in early December.
Right. Great culture that Kiki and Phil have built.
So Indy had maybe their best look through Augie Williams. Obviously, another great look for Rhode Island. But Rhode Island has had the better of it so far. Quizera with the read.
Always tough on that flat ball across the middle. It is one of those ones that lets a team out quickly in transition.
Heravo. Bumped by Sumaro. Sumaro got there.
Great tackle. Great tackle.
Sumaro, one of those late season additions, had played in the Canadian Premier League. But Neidlinger could not keep possession for long. Throw in coming here for Rhode Island FC. Alongside Brad Hodder, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Thanks for joining us on ESPN Plus and for Wish TV, the USL Championship Playoffs presented by Terminex. Let's thank our friends at IMCU. Show your Indy 11 pride. Get your exclusive IMCU Indy 11 debit card at any IMCU branch or online at imcu.com. Williams goes down, and frankly, once you've gotten one penalty, it becomes significantly more difficult to get the second. I don't think there's enough there to generate a whistle in either scenario. If you're just joining us, that's how Rhode Island has built this early 1-0 lead. A handball whistled against the Indy 11. Williams converted for his 7th goal of the season. And Indy is now chasing the game.
Oh, they are good in tight spaces.
And Ofemi will watch this one trickle across the touchline for an Indy 11 throw-in. What needs to change from the Indy 11 perspective, Brad?
Well, when you take a look at, again, whether it's by design or just the way that Rhode Island's reading the game, they are just destroying this left side. Opportunity after opportunity, possession after possession. Indy's got to try and force play out of this area.
And that'll be a foul against Indy. Again, there's just not been much of the way of this rhythm or flow for the Indy 11 since maybe the early minutes of this match.
Yeah, and that comes from possession, too. It's really difficult to dictate the rhythm of a game when you don't have the ball.
Williams, again, the target. Musa takes a tumble. And let's talk about the insertion of Musa in the lineup. Musa had kind of been the insurance policy. Frankly, he made his debut, played the opening 45 minutes at Bryant against Rhode Island on July 5th. Then he missed the better part of a month. Didn't kind of come back in the lineup until early October. But as Adrian Dees picked a couple of red cards and as Callum Chapman-Page nursed an injury, all of a sudden Musa has become a key part of the lineup for Indy.
Right, and consistent. He's been great.
And Callum Chapman-Page did not make the 18. Dees is available for selection if needed. It is a loaded bench for the Indy 11 today, and they may need it, trailing in this one. Martinez couldn't make the turn. Fuson showing off the work rate that Kano Smith bragged about when I talked to him about Fuson earlier this week. He said Fuson's always the last guy to leave the trading pitch every day.
Yeah, and you know what? The problem right now, we look at possession. It's 1 or 2 touches, and then Rhode Island's got the ball again. So it's not just with one player. It might be a combination between a couple players, but it's only a couple touches, and then Rhode Island's got the ball again.
Heravo.
Well defended.
And that one heading our general direction. Foster trying to spring Martinez. Has Williams. Williams asked a couple of defenders to get through. Great organization behind the ball by Rhode Island.
Yeah, and that was created by Malik Foster having the presence of mind to take a quick throw in to free up Dougie Martinez into some space to allow him to use his speed.
Today's match is brought to us by McGowan Insurance Group and Auto Owners Insurance. They have teamed up to make tailored insurance policies for your family. And each of these teams combined to score 3 apiece when they played in the Providence area on July the 5th. It was 1-0 on August the 7th. The goal scores were a unique mix for Indy. The game played at Bryant University as Quinn steers this one back post. Neidlinger hustling over, could not keep it in play. But the goal scorers that night were Lawrence Wotton, Elliot Collier, and Tyler Gibson. Gibson, not in the 18, has not been for some time. But Wotton and Collier both available for selection off the bench.
You take a look at that build-up there. There's a ball over the top for Augie Williams, and he does this consistently. It's just a little step as that ball is in the air to get his defender wrong-footed and then to put himself into a great position to receive the ball. He did it again on that play, and Indy benefits from it.
Brad, I've asked you this question many times before.
Mom water.
The script dictates I ask it again. I know the answer. Have you heard of Mom Water? The answer is yes. For those that are watching that haven't, it's refreshing fruit-infused vodka water with 0 carbonation, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 90 calories. Mom Water is the perfect game day drink. Found in Indiana, now a proud sponsor of the Indy 11. Please drink and enjoy responsibly. Did you know they made Mom Water scarves?
I did not know that.
I have one right in front of me. A cherished possession when it isn't 70 degrees in early November the way that it is today. And an absolute beauty of a day. But it looks a little better from the team wearing the gold and navy blue.
Yeah, a little bit too much space. I mean, once Rhode Island's able to break the lines, there's no second wave of pressure. Too much time on the ball to dictate where to play it.
All the way back to Coque Vegas. Vegas, frankly, has not been challenged that significantly so far in this match. Indy trying to avoid losing a 3rd straight playoff game in USL Championship play. Last playoff win for the Indy 11. Got to go back to 2019. a win against Nashville SC in their last season before making the jump to Major League Soccer. Stanley. Martinez.
Good early serve.
Blake. He's had that in the bag for some time, but we can call him a cagey vet now. He's 30 years of age. Felt the slightest of touches and dropped like a sack of potatoes. Free kick from outside of the 18 coming for the Indy 11.
In a dangerous, dangerous spot. Well earned by Jack Blake.
And for what it's worth, Blake played about 3 minutes in this matchup this season. He was injured July 5th, made his return as a sub late in the match on August the 7th. Blake has been so dynamic. He and Augie Williams each finishing with 10 goals on the season. Blake on the USL Championship Team of the Week 8 times this year.
Unreal. 8 times with missing about 6 weeks of play.
Correct.
And then taking a couple weeks to earn his way back into fitness and form.
Well, as this ball will be heading towards Koke Vegas in the near future, I'm sure he will notice it is a Select soccer ball. The official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. You got some great options here between Quinn and Blake. Either capable of powering this one home. It is Jack Blake. And sprayed by Vegas.
What a strike.
That's veteran versus veteran right there.
What a strike.
It is a corner coming, brought to us by Wilson Kehoe-Winningham. That's part of the reason why that Koke Vegas was the first player signed by Rhode Island FC last fall.
Yeah, you got the wall on the front post. You got Koke Vegas in charge of the back post.
Bending ball, Vegas a punch, Holstead a clear, Quinn a one-time.
What a strike.
It hits somebody, they don't care who. Aiden Quinn has leveled the match at a goal apiece, and it's time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis in minute number 35.
What a strike. You're looking at that ball that is so difficult to hit. You've got time, but you know you've got defenders coming running at you. This ball has to drop low enough that you're able to keep it on frame.
That's why you put Quinn in that position. Again, one of the all-time greats in the history of this league. His second year with the Indy 11. Did not make his season debut after recovering from ACL surgery until August the 2nd. I want to see who this took a turn off of. I don't think it'll be credited as an own goal. I think Quinn will get full credit for that. It did take a fortuitous bounce off a Rhode Island player. Either way, the scoreboard says one apiece here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, and that's tough. You know, you take a look at Holstead. He's just trying to move that ball a little bit further on and away from goal, but heads it right to the top of the 18.
Foster and Williams get tangled with each other. Again, no whistle given. Now we will go back and check on Williams. And if Williams, his stay is short in this match, well, that's a blow to Rhode Island. Again, how many teams have an Albert Dequa sitting on the bench just waiting to come in when needed?
Unreal.
And you'd say the same thing for Indy.
Right.
With Adrian Dispay, Sebastian Guenzati, Elliot Collar, who was actually third in goals per minute late in the season in the USL Championship. So Rhode Island will start to send some players to get loose.
Yeah, you want to talk about some things that never show up on the statistical chart. So here, Jack Blake drawing that foul at the top of the 18 could be the thing that changes this game because there was no rhythm from Indy.
Well observed and well stated. Huizera on the throw. Well, I'm not sure we expected 3-3 between these two. I think we thought we'd see more than 1-0, and we're already at that point, 37 minutes in. Good find of Ibarra. Neidlinger with a toe poke again. Now some space for Foster. Augie Williams. And that's going to be a foul, yep. There was the chance to have that be an advantage. When it wasn't, you go back to the spot of the foul. I think Joshua Encarnacion handled that one well.
And take a look at how the energy and the momentum in this game feels like it has shifted to 50-50 at this point when it was all Rhode Island for the first 35 minutes.
Amazing what a goal can do, right?
It's crazy.
Duggan, Haribo, and now Quinn. Cano Smith acting as the 12th player as well. He should. Gets the restart going quickly. This portion of this match brought to us by Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission.
What a ball.
Here's Fuson. Fuson cuts it back, left foot. Williams scuffed it, not the second time. Williams has a brace. Rhode Island is right back in front.
Here's the thing. Whether it was by design, whether they just want to play up-tempo, or they saw something in film that says, hey, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins. Connell Smith grabbing that ball, throwing it in before Indy can get players back behind the ball. I don't know if you can give a coach an assist, but there's one right there.
That's 5 in the last 2 matches for J.J. Williams. And again, Fuson is where they tend to find offense for Rhode Island.
What a ball. I mean, there's 3 players around J.J. Williams. They get a piece of that first touch. He stays on top of it and does what goal scorers do.
The stick-to-itiveness of Williams. Tried to smash with the left. Had the strength to stay with it with the right. And all of a sudden, the mic got a lot more quiet.
You talk about how goals change momentum, and that is the response you want from your team. If you give up a goal, you don't want to sit around and let the other team get some confidence and get some rhythm. You know, it's just right back at it, put it away, grab the energy of the game back.
There are a smattering of Rhode Island fans that are here in the building today. Williams down behind the play again, and after some deliberation now, there will be a foul called against Ofemu. I don't think a card's going to be shown, but Williams down behind the play.
Well, it may be a card. He's referencing a couple of different infractions that he's been mentally noting.
Well, again, Williams does not mind bringing the physicality. And as referenced early in the broadcast, Ofemu is one of the few players built like him in the league.
Right.
So, again, it looks like a talking to variety right now, saying Ofemu is
You are on the watch list.
on his last leg. We've not seen a card handed out yet in today's match.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you're J.J. Williams and you just watched Ben Ofemu get a talking to from the official, that's who you post up against and you say, feed me the ball. I will draw another foul, and I will get that card on him.
Indy 11 Soccer presented in part by Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered. And Williams has not been shy about looking for contact, and Ofemu has not been shy about matching him step for step. Williams, who played collegiately at Kentucky, has been a part of the league for the last 6 years. Spent some time with both Columbus and Atlanta in Major League Soccer as well. Vegas will take the restart. Just to add another number into the box here for Rhode Island.
Oh, what a ball.
This one volleyed across side netting. But again, that entire build was splendid for Rhode Island. They are good immediately, this team.
You look at the pace, having the ball here on the 18, you've just got the edge defender. You can take him around the left side, or you can float a ball back to the far post and see if you can find a player on the other end of it.
So Saltigan, he has been a bit slower on the restarts today. Can't watch the match. Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk. USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Plus here, live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app.
Now, Ofemu is a veteran player, but he's still a young player. And J.J. Williams saw the official talk to him and went and said a few words to Ben Ofemu, trying to get into his head. Oh, what a cut, what a cut, what a cut. Speed against speed.
Foster makes the turn. Foster tried to go for the highlight reel level goal. Goal kick coming for Coque Vegas. Our final minutes of this half are brought to us by Sherwin-Williams, official paint sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Sherwin-Williams is the partner to the pro. We'll hear from Sean McCauley coming up in a matter of moments. His team briefly had leveled this match, but a J.J. Williams brace has Rhode Island in front. That'll be a foul on Musa. And I think you'll start to see the physicality dialed down a little bit now from an officiating standpoint for the rest of the match.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of this. You're going to see any kind of contact from an Indy 11 defender against a front runner for Rhode Island. They're going to go down. They recognize that they've set the tempo in this game, and that the officials watching it.
Blake giving chase. No Darcy. Stood up by Stanley. Throw in coming for the visitors.
Stanley is so difficult to beat.
Stanley, the first player signed this offseason by the Indy 11. After spending the last couple of years with Miami FC. Stanley keeps that in play to Musa. Looks just to tap it over to Ofemu. Indy 11 Soccer is sponsored by Dorma Caba. Dorma Caba for every place that matters. Foster.
What a ball.
Onside. Lifts it past, but Vegas able to make the play. And then foul against Malik Foster.
It's very, very similar to the move up in Detroit, just popping it up over the defender and looking to catch it on the other side.
Looks like the talking to variety.
And now, in these scenarios, when both teams have had a talking to, the next moment is going to have a yellow.
Right. Well done by Duggan to get in the way that time. Neidlinger will watch this one, head for the team bench. Looking at still a few minutes of additional time before we get to the halftime break, given 3 goals, a couple of injuries to check before we get to the close of business. Martinez. No whistle there, but Neidlinger continues the play. And then Quizera will play that one. And now Joshua Encarnacion to go back and check on Douglas Martinez. 5 minutes of added time before we get to the halftime intermission. Restart came before the ball was whistled back and ready to play.
Been impressed with Duggan.
And he was the last piece added. Transition moment here for Rhode Island. Fuson looking for Williams. Williams looking for 3.
Boy, he's on right now. He is on. That is a difficult ball to set up your defender with.
And 12 goals each of the last 2 seasons. Split time with Phoenix and FC Tulsa back in 2022. Williams. And that should be a goal kick. Thought that maybe there might have been a touch there from Rhode Island. Official says no. Goal kick coming for Koke Vegas.
And that was one and that's part of when you're up in a playoff match, is you don't have to get out of shape defensively. Rhode Island had some good shape defensively. They had their players back, and that was a ball that maybe Logan should have let come out of bounds, take a throw in, allow your attacking players to get into better shape.
Foul against Martinez. And then Martinez will be shown yellow for the volleyball spike.
Now, the nice part about it, we said the next call was going to have a yellow. The nice part about it is, as an official, he has laid out the groundwork.
Right.
As he has said, I've talked to both sides right now. Anybody that crosses the line next is getting a yellow. Everybody in the building knew it.
Vegas, second time he has taken this restart from around the midfield stripe.
He's with a serve like that. Why not?
Right. And Salt.
I like it.
Rhode Island, having thrown numbers forward, immediately goes the other direction.
Yeah, you send your guys forward. You've got your keeper at midfield. If you're able to collect that ball, go quickly.
Blake, the flick from Williams heading his direction.
And this is where I think Indy's going to find a bit more success, is not unless you can drop that ball over a high back line. The balls in the air are being won by Rhode Island's back line very, very easily. It's got to be balls into feet and run off of it and try and have a little bit of combination play in the attacking third.
Looking for the best deal in town? Check out the all-new Pabst Blue Ribbon deck the next time you're at Carroll Stadium. Enjoy through a lot of PBRs all game long. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com or the 11 box office. Day of game. Pabst Blue Ribbon, because you deserve a blue ribbon. Whoever wins this match knows they are at Lou City. Quinn, oh goodness, takes a tumble. Still yet to get up. Williams lifts this one up and over the bar. This will be, I believe, going to be called as a corner kick given. I think that was just simply Aiden slipping on the track surface.
Yeah.
But given the injury he came back from last year, that obviously immediately catches your attention.
This corner kick, the ball must have gone over before it got back to J.J. Williams, because I think that shot that he sent up into the moon didn't touch anybody. But yeah, you hold your breath in a moment like that.
Yeah, that's just a slip. Not much in the way of turf in between the track and the playing surface here. Bending ball in, Blake gets there first. And then the volley by Holstead also sprayed towards the stratosphere. Salt. Closing seconds of the half. Williams and Afemu continue to wage battle. A stumble here, an opportunity here. Foster looks for Williams, cuts it back all the way to Stanley. Left foot does not get through. Second chance, does not get through. A third opportunity will not happen. A goal kick. And that is going to be the end of the half.
What a way to end the half. My goodness.
The opportunities have not been as plentiful for the Indy 11. That was a juicy one right there that does not go the way of the home team. We show you the replay as Sean McCauley gets set up for our conversation. We'll take one look at this, knowing he quickly wants to get to talk to his team at halftime, as that is the final whistle of the half. All right, Coach McCauley, obviously not the situation you want to be in. What's your message to your guys with 45 minutes left to play?
You know, I think we've got to do a little bit better, you know, in terms of winning second balls in midfield. I think we've been a little bit overpowered a little bit in terms of central midfield areas. We've got to retain the ball a little bit better up front with the two centre forwards, because it seems to be coming back, landing in midfield, and then we're not there either. So we've got to fix that, which we will do. And then there's not really been much in the game other than they've got a lot of power and presence on set plays. And, you know, we know we can create chances in the end there, like that one there. We just got to probably try and find Malik and get Malik on the ball a little bit more.
So you got a lot of options off the bench. You can make a difference for you in terms of those 7 reserves.
Yeah, we'll make changes. I think, you know, after 15 minutes of the second half, I want to change the shape of the team a little bit to start with, see if that works with the same group on, and then if not, we'll change the personnel.
Thanks, my friend.
Thank you.
Sean McCauley, we'll talk to him post-match, win or lose for the Indy 11. Right now, it is the Indy 11 chasing the game in their first home playoff match in nearly 5 years. It's Rhode Island 2, Indy 11 1. It's the USL Championship playoffs, presented by Terminex.
It's very true that it takes a village to raise a child. And when it comes to my healthcare village at Community Health Network, it's all nestled right in my phone. Accessing healthcare is the ability to be connected with your provider and ask a question when you need it. I feel like when I'm meeting with a community nurse practitioner or doctor, they're tuned in to what is going on with me and the way that they can serve me best.
Stand by me.
And the winner of the Indianapolis 500.
Indiana, winning is in our DNA. We're winning the future with $22 billion in new business investment, building an economy of the future with unprecedented momentum. Indiana, for the winners.
Back in downtown Indianapolis on the campus of IU Indianapolis, Rhode Island leading Indy 11 by a score of 2-1. Well, our thoughts are still with the good folks of Southwest Florida, and in the aftermath of both Hurricanes Helene and Milton. The USL has partnered with United Way Suncoast to help the Tampa Bay area recover from the devastation the storms left behind. To learn how you can get involved, scan the QR code on your screen or visit uslsoccer.com/Milton to ensure that individuals and families have access to the resources they need to recover. Well, last week, final week of the regular season, there was a Team of the Week to recognize. And, of course, J.J. Williams has continued his play from last week where Rhode Island scored 8. His teammate Zach Haribo, a big part of that as well. Good to see Eric Dick's name on there, which we'll show him again coming up in a matter of moments. But this is our Team of the Week. Now, the stat category award winners, those were recognized by the league early this week. Nick Marcanic, remarkable. The pride of Carmel and Butler University, Eric Dick, finished as the Golden Glove winner. And Noah Fuson, as we've seen today, kid can really play.
Look at that group. I mean, you know, Eric Dick, he just loved not just that he was a local guy, but when he was here, it was on, you know, coming down from the MLS, and he's cleaning up the bench after games. Love that.
Noah Fuson, 10 assists on the season. This one to Albert Dikwa. Looks like back in Monterey Bay. This is part of that 5-goal explosion against Lou City.
My goodness. Yeah, you look at that and you think, you know, you had Albert Dikwa on the bench, 45 minutes to go in this game, and he's got fresh legs today.
Again, Fuson has been tremendous all season long for Rhode Island. Again, they really caught fire in mid to late June, and they have kept that momentum up all the way in to early November. News and notes. Well, you know, for years we didn't know which side was better because the two teams or two leagues would play each other. Now we see each other. Everybody's played everybody over the course of the last 2 years. A plus 57 goal differential for the East versus the West. And again, the bottom graphic is the reward for whoever wins this match. You got to go win at Lou City. Wait a minute, Rhode Island did that when they played them back in June.
Right, and Indy scored 3 goals when they were there. So both of these teams are confident heading into Lynn Family Stadium.
Our news and notes brought to us by Tiger Balm. The championship's brought to us by Terminex. And right now the lead is courtesy of Rhode Island FC. They lead at 2-1 as you're watching the USL Championship playoffs on Wish TV and ESPN+.
Should've got a dog.
When mice show up, so do we. Terminix it.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Welcome to Do or Die. Welcome to stories that give meaning to it all. The juggernaut chasing history. The hero hoping for a Hollywood ending. The upstart determined to make the most of its shot at glory. Welcome to second guessing everything. Every coach's decision. Every referee's call. Every pass, shot, tackle, save. Because you know it all means more now. Welcome to the playoffs.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, but sometimes I get a little stressed because I'm not for sure what's going to happen down the road. I was at the cancer unit, and when I come out from seeing the doctor, I said something about needing some help with all the paperwork. They gave me a name and a phone number. Her name was Molly. She works over at Community. She tells me, stop worrying. Let me take care of it. She is my angel.
Stand by me.
Here we go. Arteaga creeps up. Lets it go. Steinwasser keeps it off the line. Maxey runs up and Farr returns the favor. Perez runs out. Steinwasser closes the door again. The USL Championship veteran. Murphy runs up. Murphy right to the middle, and Farr was waiting on it to bring it level. Amo bangs it off the crossbar. Hilton runs up and puts it in. And the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Well, Detroit City has made the playoffs each of the last 3 seasons. This was their best regular season, but they frankly had a better postseason result last year. Again, Tampa Bay got it going. They are now on to the semifinals. Credit North Carolina. They made Louisville earn it, but the phrase has never been said before that Lou City has lost a first-round game. That continues. They win one for a 10th consecutive year, outing the number 8 seed 3-2.
Yeah, they looked impressive. I mean, going down 1-0 fairly early in that match, and then they just showed the character that champions have.
Again, a late goal by North Carolina, but Lou City had done enough. They move on and await the winner of this match. So one more Eastern Conference match to recap for you. That would be the Charleston Battery getting a 1-0 win against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So other Western Conference results, again on penalties. Las Vegas wins a playoff match for the first time. Orange County beats Memphis. That's a road victory. They and Tampa Bay have those so far. And the Switchbacks beat the Oakland Roots 2-0. Again, one more playoff match yet to go tonight. That is at 8 o'clock. That is on CBS Sports Network. That's the 1-8 match out west between New Mexico United and Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, and those are rivals. That's a rivalry game. So 1-8 is not going to feel like a 1-8 match.
Check out all the exciting postseason action this November. The USL playoffs, winner by Terminix, showcase the top teams battling it out for the ultimate prize. Go to USLChampionship.com for all the latest playoff information. Indy and Rhode Island fighting for that berth to Lou City next Saturday. Right now it is Rhode Island leading at 2-1. Second half action comes your way next.
The main part of my job is definitely listening. People deserve transparency. I don't want the financial part to be something that stops or hinders a patient from having the health care that they need. I try to treat each person like they're my mom or my grandmother, my daughter, my husband. I want them to know that they are not just another phone call for us. And it's very rewarding to know that I can provide peace of mind.
Stand by me.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
When your cat's a meme and your dog is too.
And it's hard to know what's fake or true.
Just raise the glass with a friend or two.
You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do.
When the online trends keep getting worse.
And you lost your keys in the metaverse.
Now your right swipe just went left on you.
You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do.
It's a crazy world, so what do?
You tell them more, tell them more.
At Security Federal, our flexible banking solutions mean your financial future has never been brighter. Our business options will keep you one step ahead of the competition, and the communities we serve can depend on us to be there when it counts. At Security Federal Savings Bank, flexibility means everything because it's all about you. Now offering free business and personal checking. Call or visit us online today.
Tonight's match is presented by Community Health Sports Medicine. Exceptional care simply delivered. And by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle. 3 goals in half number 1. 2 of them belong to Rhode Island, both authored by J.J. Williams. One from the spot. And look at the first half highlights. We asked Coach this at the beginning of the halftime show. Brad, I will ask you this as we conclude the halftime show. What has to change for the Indy 11 in half number 2?
The main thing that I would want to see is a shutdown of the opportunities on the left side for Rhode Island. Force everything to the right. Make them do something on the other side of the field.
And Aiden Quinn with the lone tally for the Indy 11 in half number 1. Again, takes a turn off a Rhode Island defender. Still finds its way home. This leveled the match, but only for a matter of moments.
What a strike. And look at this. Look at this. Whether he called in the beginning of the game, we want to take things quickly, or whether he saw that Indy 11 was out of shape, Coach Smith grabs the ball, throws it to a player for a quick throw-in, and J.J. Williams does the rest.
And surprisingly, Noah Fuson gets an assist.
Yeah, what a shock.
So Rhode Island have the first possession. Brickyard Battalion. Trombone section included. Outstanding crowd on hand today. And again, weather's been pretty good. When the sun's been out, it's actually been kind of warm for our location here just behind the team benches. We knew cloud cover would be a factor. There is a slight chance for rain at the end of the match, but I don't think that'll be a factor. No substitutions yet, but again, you can tell that might be in the offing for the Indy 11. Guys like Lawrence Wotton, Adrian Deespay, Romario Williams, Elliot Collier, all available. And again, Wotton and Collier both scored goals against Rhode Island earlier this year. Here's a ball into space for Augie Williams, trying to find Douglas Martinez, but that is one that Augie would like to have back, because that didn't do much off his left foot.
Well, we mentioned J.J. Williams is on right now. It's everything he does in the box and in midfield is just fantastic. So is Aiden Quinn. Not just that one-touch strike for the goal, but that outside of the foot ball that he played out to Augie Williams right there was a one-touch ball as well. He's got it dialed in today.
Thanks to our friends at Dormicaba for every place that matters. Alongside Brad Hodder, Greg Rakestraw with you. Season number 11 for the Indy 11. Season number 1 for Rhode Island FC. Here's Haribo.
What a combination.
Musa steps to him, and that could have easily been goal 3.
What a miss.
That's a rare bad touch for Noah Fuson.
Unbelievable. A chance to put a nail in a coffin for Indy 11. Great combination play out wide, and an uncharacteristic poor shot from Fuson.
And he is not just a goal creator, he's a good goal scorer as well. He's got 8 of those. Spent 2 years with Forward Madison, and then spent the last 2 seasons playing next pro with Columbus Crew 2. One of the numerous Rhode Island players that tallied against Miami last week in their 8-goal barrage.
You can't even imagine what that had to feel like.
And that's a guy that played indoor soccer for a living. You're used to seeing some, goal tallies like that. Here's Fuson again.
Yes, that's a great decision. You got Aiden Stanley pulled out of position. Play it over the top.
And Aiden Quinn just puts his body in front of Fuson, and Fuson with the swim move to get around him.
Veteran defending, because in the open field, I don't think Aiden Quinn is going to be able to match him. And he's able to position his body that Fuson just can't get around him.
Here's Ibarra. In possession, tilted in favor of Rhode Island in half number one, and second verse same as the first so far. And to be blunt, as you and I were starting to handicap the potential matchups going into next week, knowing that Indy was likely the 4 seed, and frankly Rhode Island was likely the 5 because of them playing Miami, you were very honest in saying of the potential teams that were kind of 5 through 8, Rhode Island was the team you did not want to see from the Indy 11 perspective. Why is that the case?
Out of the 8 teams on the East, Rhode Island was the team that I thought matches up the best against Indy 11. And, you know, when you look at where they're coming in, unbeaten in their last 5, scoring like crazy, you catch a team on fire that doesn't match up well with you, that's trouble.
At this point, Williams may be worried about a technical knockout. He's been on the turf a few times in today's match. But again, the playoff brace for JJ. Might need a little contact repair, I think, here for Frank Nadarce. Reason for the stop. You don't see him on camera. That is taken care of. Just reminder, fans, your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle.
Yeah, just the extension of the arm. I think if he keeps his arm in, I don't think it's a call. But I think the extension of that right arm is what drew the whistle.
Musa, the native of New Zealand, who's now played over 200 matches in the championship. Neidlinger the re. How has the 19-year-old done today for the Indy 11, Brad?
You take a look at that. That was before the ball struck. Logan Neidlinger was already running into the position where the ball was going to be. So he's reading the game at a more advanced level than a 19-year-old.
This was a kid that, as of this summer, was going to play college soccer at the Division II level at the University of Indianapolis, a local product. Great flick by Williams.
What a touch.
It's Fuson in stride. He's got Williams and Haribo to choose from. Leaves it for Haribo, who could not slide it past Salt, and somehow Hunter uses that 6-7 frame, A, to stop the ball, and B, not even to give up a corner kick, but a deep throw for the visitors.
Crafty playmaking. It's three-dimensional chess right now in the attacking third for Rhode Island. Look at this ball.
And Haribo spent time with the Rowdies, then joined Rhode Island in midseason. Martinez. Quinn. Dropped by Nadarce.
Veteran move. That was not enough contact to knock down a player as strong as Aiden Quinn.
Salt sends this one towards downtown Indianapolis. Let's recognize our friends at Community Health Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. Exceptional care simply delivered. Haribo. Quizera. Bending ball looking for Williams. He got it again. My goodness. Back-to-back games with braces. And I'm sure some less than kind words to the Brickyard Battalion. But there is the third goal. They all belong to engine number 9. And Rhode Island has a 2-goal advantage.
Look at the combination play down the left flank. And the brilliant serve right into the pocket where J.J. Williams goes up and buries it.
It's Quizera that delivers it this time through. Williams taking advantage of every opportunity today.
He is absolutely on fire.
Well, Rhode Island scoring 3 against the Indy 11 now for a second time in 3 matchups this season. And Indy will start making player moves immediately, forced into action. Romario Williams and Hayden White have got the gear on. They're going to make their way to the 4th official. Indy has 38 minutes plus some change to salvage their season.
Rakestraw, you've got last year's Golden Boot winner sitting on the bench for Rhode Island.
Well, I reference our buddy John Morrissey, who, if you're a USL fan and you're not reading his work, you're doing it wrong. USL Tactics on Twitter, Backheeled, the website where you can find out more information. USL Show podcast as well. And his prediction model had Rhode Island having a 65% chance of winning this match. They have played like that during the course of this afternoon. Foster the flick. Martinez. Blake just couldn't slide it through. But now if you're Indy, you're kind of in damn the torpedoes mode at this point. Yeah, it is everything forward.
And you take a look, too. J.J. Williams a little bit more on an island up there as they just drop numbers behind the ball.
Frankly, you're not concerned about goal differential at this point. You're trying to keep your season going. Already, our substitutions are coming on. Brem Sumaro will come out. Hayden White will come in. Romario Williams, who had an assist on the Elliott Collier goal that was scored against Rhode Island back on July the 5th. He will come in for Augie Williams. Your thoughts on these moves, Brett?
But I think that one thing this does is it pushes Logan Neidlinger up a little bit, which then takes him away from having to be the final piece on the left flank that they consistently attack. And, you know, as much as I love the way Augie Williams is able to hold the ball up top, we didn't see much of it tonight. Give Romario a shot.
Fans, you can show your Indy 11 pride. Get your exclusive IMCU Indy 11 debit card at any IMCU branch or online at imcu.com today. Williams, an immediate strong first touch to Malik Foster. Foster trying to find Blake. Whose boot got there last? It was Rhode Island did. It will be a corner kick brought to us by Wilson Kehoe-Winningham.
And that's the great thing about having Malik Foster out wide. Romario Williams comes in. All you got to do is put it in the space. He's got the pace to go track it down.
It is Stanley that will deliver the corner kick. This was the source of a lot of goals early this season for the Indy 11. And again, Quinn hanging out at the edge of the 18 like he did on the previous Indy 11 goal. Musa could not get there. Neidlinger racing back as the last line of defense. Ofemu with the touch, but Hayden White, who returned after basically missing a month for the Indy 11, played 60-plus minutes against the Tampa Bay Rowdies last week. Now he returns, veteran of many years of playing in England. Played for Ebbsfleet United in the National League before making the move to the Indy 11 back at the end of August. Flick forward for Foster. Foster the back heel, could not find Blake. But it will be a throw for the Indy 11.
And great tracking run from Holstead. Stepped in front of Blake, recognizing that he was the option for Foster.
Williams the hole, the left foot doesn't get through from Neidlinger. Neidlinger does have one goal this season. He scored against New Mexico United, which was the only other time that Indy played a home match on a Sunday this year. He's the first Academy player at the time to score a goal for the club. He's also the youngest player in team history to have an assist. First time the ball, frankly, has been parked in this end of the field today. It's not about possession. It needs to be possession with results for Indy. Though Darce will steer that one wide for an 11 throw-in.
A little late in getting pressure to the ball for Rhode Island. Can't take your foot off the gas at this point.
Antigua, a great scoring option off the bench. Rhode Island, they're probably not as deep in terms of options off the bench as are the Indy 11, but obviously not in as great of need as the Indy 11.
Now, and the part two is you can kind of manage your effort right now. Players behind the ball, you don't have to go forward unless it's a great opportunity, so you don't have to get into an 18-18 back and forth game.
Williams stays down behind the play. Indy continues to play on Romario Williams. Gets his third Indy 11 goal. Substitute move number 1. Gets a check mark for Sean McCulley. Time to cue up more smoke in Indianapolis. But is it going to be brought back because of offside? It really looks to be the case. Foster's going to be shown a yellow for reacting out. A late flag goes up. Yellow is going to be shown. Wipe away the goal for the Indy 11. Obviously, our crew is going to scurry up to get a replay ready as quickly as possible. It's not going to change the overall impact of this call. The goal is officially off the board. Let's take a look. The feed you are watching is being shown on the video board here right now. Obviously, those in the crowd that have a partial opinion of the subject thought that Romario was on.
How about the substitution, though? You substitute White and Williams in, and White serves a ball into Williams for a goal. Sometimes coaches just have a feel. It's these players in these positions, and good things are going to happen.
So wipe away the goal. Koke Vegas being told, instructed to restart. And now more whistles. I think Williams is being told to vacate the 18. So it's still 3-1. We'll see if Indy can recover from losing one after thought they had gotten back within a goal. Still a lot of time left to go. Foster goes down. We keep playing. Williams couldn't blast it through. Throw in coming for the Indy 11. Nobody sitting back post for Indy. Nodarse will lift this all the way back to midfield.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Goals change momentum. So do calls. So do goals that get pulled back.
Albert Tiqua is making his way to the fourth official. So he had 20 goals a season ago. He is the leading goal scorer with 10 as the native of Cameroon. He'll be coming on momentarily. You would think that J.J. Williams has played his last. He has certainly done enough, having scored 3. And it certainly also appears that Rhode Island will try to play largely with 8 behind the ball the rest of the match.
Well, this little spell that Indy 11 has had recently has got to give you a little bit of concern because they've dominated, they've created opportunities.
Give away by Quinn. And then Quinn able to win it back. Frankly, both players doing some serious tugging of the jersey, and finally Holstead is whistled for his. Today's game is brought to us by our friends at Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels Country Cocktails, a flavorful toast to togetherness. Frankly, there has been so much going on in this match in both directions. It is tough to kind of legislate everything. These are teams that look like old rivals, not teams that are playing for a third time in their respective franchise history.
Unreal, it does. I mean, you know, granted, the players have been in this league for a long time, so they've built up, you know, personal relationships with other players. So when you start looking at how J.J. Williams, after the goal, starts jawing with players, it might not be a Rhode Island Indy 11 thing. It might be some baggage carried over from one of the other spots.
Williams, Foster, the beautiful flick. Quinn with some space to restart. Martinez. Again, not enough there for a whistle inside of the 18. You're not going to get that goal with your back to goal 17 yards away. Here's Sean McCauley encouraging his charges. Got to empty the tank completely now.
You know, and it was a great ball by Holstead to get out of the press and just get it to the other side of the field and get a little bit of breathing space for Rhode Island.
Foul whistled as Neidlinger was dropped on that play.
Because this game, since that offsides call against Romario Williams, it has got this stadium electrified. It's got Indy 11 on fire right now. You feel it. Something's going to happen here in the next few minutes.
Tonight's match brought to us by Sports Tech HQ. Indiana winning is in our DNA. For information, visit forthebold.com. Quinn again.
Why not?
Diving effort by Vegas did not get the same snap on this one, nor a fortunate bounce the way he did the last time out.
Oh, hey, credit to Hayden White. He is creating opportunity after opportunity after opportunity down Indy's right side.
And Martinez, you would think, would likely be a candidate to be subbed out for Collier at some juncture, or Guenzati. In other words, you can tell Douglas all go no quit, because you would think his tenure in this match would be somewhat short because of the substitute options that Indy still has available.
Yeah, and I think that those instructions can go to anybody for either team right now. You know, your season, something you've been working on now for 10, 11 months, hinges on these last 25 minutes.
For Rhode Island, trying to get one more date with Lou City. One team that can ooze confidence going into Lynn Family Stadium. For Indy 11, they're trying to get one more crack at LIP AFC. Longest bit of possession that Rhode Island's had in a while. As soon as I said it, Holstead taken away by Martinez, but one immediately back, and Holstead is down behind the play. Rhode Island will charge on. We kind of have one eye back at Holstead, back at midfield. No Darcy around Quinn. It will be a corner brought to us by Wilson Kehoe-Winningham. And now we can check on Holstead behind the play before the ball is sent back into action.
What a great run from the Darcy.
You hope for Holstead it is simply a cramp and nothing else. That appears to be the case. And you reference No Darcy. We'll talk more about him in a moment. First, let's thank our friends, your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle. This is Quizera. Holstead will have to be waved back on, so this corner will be taking a man down for Rhode Island. Near post, flag goes up. Foul before Salt ever could get to it. Today's match brought to us by the Morales Group. Staffing agencies find jobs. Morales Group, we build futures. Jack Panayotu. Nope, excuse me. Joseph Brito will be the next sub coming on here for Rhode Island. Brito has been a regular name called in reserve by Cotto Smith this season. He stands by the fourth official.
What a ball.
Flag stays down. Foster a couple of touches. Can he play it across? He does. Can he find a teammate? No. Martinez now lines up his options and just overcooked it. So with that, the player substitution. Holstead will be done for the match. Brito will come on. It is his 32nd match played. It is his 21st as a reserve. Hartford, Connecticut area native. 25 years of age is Brito.
A great read by Vegas on the breakaway from Foster. The last touch was a little bit heavy. He comes out. He takes all the shooting angles away. The only option is to play it across the middle.
One more sub window available for Rhode Island. 2 more available for Sean McCauley and the Indy 11. Today's match presented in part by the Denny Companies. Tearing down the past so you can build the future. Fuson guilty of the foul as he and Musa get tangled up. Now Coach Smith will chew in the ear of Drew Klemp. Quinn. Hayden White hustling over to keep the attack alive for Indy. Great play by Quizera.
Solid ball. Just takes a little bit of pressure off. Allows you to breathe for a little bit.
Throwing coming for Indy. And the sands of the hourglass are starting to fly a little bit faster from the Indy 11 perspective. Indy dispatched with ease, frankly, in the opening round last year at Charleston. Trying to avoid a similar fate in this one. Last year's playoff appearance was the first in 4 years for Indy. This the first home match. And a foul going to be called against Indy. And Musa will be shown a card for his collision with Fuson.
What a touch from Fuson, just to get to that ball, but to be able to poke it in the space, to have the chance to separate and go get it. Get this touch right there.
And every foul like that's in their 20-30 seconds that Rhode Island kind of pull from this one.
And when you're up 3-1, it's less of an interest to have Koki Vegas drive that ball in from midfield.
I noticed the exact same line of thinking.
Just stay back.
Well, there's 3 or 4 players in front of him now instead of taking that restart. Today's match is brought to us by Hyatt Place and Hyatt House, downtown Indianapolis. Experience comfort in downtown Indy.
Yeah, you got to stay away. You got to stay away from that. It's too easy of a call. You're coming in from the backside, and like you said, every one of these is another 20 to 30 seconds. Plus, it keeps the ball in Rhode Island's attacking third.
Adrian Deespay, Lawrence Wotton, Elliot Collier, Sebastian Guenzati, and backup goalkeeper Yannick Odell. The potential substitution options available for Sean McCauley. Thought that Romario Williams had gotten one back about 10 minutes ago, but was deemed to be in an offside position. J.J. Williams, his third here in the second half to make it a 2-goal advantage.
My, what a touch.
Fuson plays it across. Salt was sprawling. It will be a goal kick. It'll be brought to us by Wilson Kehoe Winningham.
Well, he's a marvelous player. He's just fantastic. Every time he touches the ball, something's dangerous.
25 years of age is Fuson. And again, to put it in perspective, his first 4 years have been spent playing at the level below this one, either in USL League One or MLS Next Pro.
Either he's grown up a lot in those 4 years, or you got a lot of scouts that missed on this kid.
Bending ball in, and it's a kind of a wicked hop that Salt was able to parry away.
Yikes.
Ibarra's cross goes all the way through. Dequa will track it down. Indy will make their next batch of moves, and Salt couldn't take a chance, had to lift this one up and over the bar. Another Wilson Kehoe Winningham corner kick, and this is going according to plan for the visitors from Rhode Island, because Indy is trailing by 2 goals, and they're worried about it being a 3-goal lead, not shaving it down to 1 currently.
And, I've never seen a team give up a goal when the ball is in the other attacking third. So the longer they can keep this here, the better it's going to be to hold this lead.
It's insight like that is why we've had you on this broadcast the last 11 years.
Yeah.
Adrian Deespay, Elliot Collier. In the process of getting ready to see the 4th official. So those are the next 2 cards to deal for head coach Sean McCauley of the Indy 11. Ending ball that Afemu got to first. Fuson again, and Salt.
Good read.
Will catch the pop-up. And trying to swim through traffic and restart quickly.
Nice job by Dikwa to prevent the quick release from Hunter Salt.
Blake goes to ground. We play on.
Great ball.
Martinez plays it across. Couldn't find a teammate. The flick by Neidlinger. Martinez again. Romario Williams looking to make the turn. Stanley. Williams hoped that Stanley would make the corresponding run. He did not. Against a real estate ball there for Rhode Island. Into Brad's point, you're going to make a mistake. Make it 70 yards away from your own goal.
Got options.
Martinez dives in. Stoneman knocks it away for a moment. Could Neidlinger have a hit from distance? He'll play it to a teammate instead. Now White can redirect.
It's Aiden Quinn. Just sees everything.
Been doing that in this league for 10 years.
It's just another outside of the foot. Just punches the ball into space.
And that will be a corner. Brought to us by Wilson Kehoe Whittingham.
Boy, the energy in this building will just explode if Indy can convert here.
Well, before we get to the corner, there will be a couple of substitutions. Logan Neidlinger recalled for Elliot Collier and Adrian Deespay in for Aiden Stanley. And of note, in 33 appearances this year, this is the first time that Stanley has been subbed off all season. Indy has one more sub they can make. Rhode Island will make their 3rd and final sub, looks like in a couple of minutes. Bending ball in. Nodarse got there first. This from Aiden Quinn. Quinn redirects. Martinez flicks it down. And Douglas Martinez. Flag stays down this time. Indy is back within 1. Douglas Martinez gets the goal.
Aiden Quinn with another one-touch dangerous ball. One-touch dangerous shot. Couple of one-touch balls off the side of his foot to play players into space. And here's a ball he just sends back post perfectly.
So it is now 3-2. Still 50 minutes plus, plenty of stoppage time. This one is not settled yet. Those options for the Indy 11 now, Sebastian Guenzati and Lawrence Wotton. Let's see if maybe the pace gets picked back up here for Rhode Island. Already had a 3-2 score between Lou City and North Carolina last night. And again, these two teams played to a 3-3 draw back on July 5th. Quinn steps in the way. Ibarra, great job to avoid Malik Foster. At the edge of the 18, crossing ball that Albert Dikwa could not strap a rocket pack to his back to get that one. Throw in coming for the Indy 11. So with Deespay, it has turned into 3 at the back for the Indy 11. Well, really 4. Musa and Afemu still playing centrally. Hayden White and Deespay as a left back. A bit of a different defensive look for the Indy 11. Blake. Deespay charging forward. Malik Foster. Haribo could not get to him. Advantage being played.
Hayden White off the right shoulder.
Which is exactly what Malik Foster saw. Hayden White with 3 options, plays it across. Rhode Island got to it in time. These pay. Again, an all-conference level or all-league level defender coming off the bench tonight for the Indy 11.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to talk to Coach McCauley at the end of the game and learn about the sub with Williams and Hayden White, because those subs right there, the flip this game, flip the energy of it, flip the field position.
He's pay. Ball finds Foster. Foster. Romario Williams. Williams sizing up his opportunity. Lost the handle. 2v2 now. Quinn joining the run. But 2 more players coming on board for Rhode Island in Fuson and Brito. This is Haribo. The back heel for Quizera, who skips it right to Hunter Schultz.
Yeah, not the right ball from Quizera. I think if he drives that thing into the 6, he's able to seal it for Rhode Island.
This match is brought to us by Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission. No Darcy and Collier collide and nothing gets whistled. D's pay, clips Brito. That does draw a whistle.
This is going to be a crazy finish to this match.
A player down for Rhode Island. So Rhode Island uses this as a bit of a water break. Trainer being waved on here. I want to thank our friends at 450 North Brewing. Innovation and creativity through libations. And what the fans are booing from the Brickyard Battalion perspective was the length of time it took for the trainer to get to the player who was down at the center of the field in Haribo. That frankly drew the ire of Joshua Encarnacion as well.
Yeah, but he immediately turned to, I think it was Malik Foster, pointed to his watch. He said, "I got it. Don't worry about it. We're under control. You're not losing any time."
And that has been very unsuccessful in terms of assuaging fears of that for the last, what, 50, 60, 70 years?
I don't know what assuaging means, so I...
Calming.
Okay.
Of course, we are today on Wish TV for our local television home for Indy 11 soccer. Of course, our friends at Wish TV have been a great partner of the Indy 11 since day number 1. And a reminder to watch Wish TV, your local news source. Find them online at wishtv.com. Deepwa able to keep that in play. He's pay, pokes that away. So each team was still a substitution window to use. Indy can use 1. If we get past 90 minutes, you can use another. Great flick by Williams. Malik Foster, Haribo. Yep, and that will be a card. Absolutely. The only wait was going to be whether Foster was going to be able to stay upright to play the advantage. That's the reason that card was being held. But once Foster lost his balance, that was going to be the end of that.
I tell you, smart play, because Malik Foster in open space and open field can destroy you, but risky, because if that becomes a red card and he's gone, that slants things for Indy in a dramatic fashion.
This portion of this match is brought to you by the Keystone Group, specializing in transmission developments, construction, management, and investments. White, the target, gets a head to it, but couldn't steer it on frame. Fuson will clear back to midfield, where Musa and Dikwa get tangled up. Afemu hustling back, steps in the way of Quizera, and finds the safety valve in Hunter Schultz. Tumasi and Turnbull will be the final 2 subs used in regulation by Rhode Island, as they are making their way to the 4th official. Martinez, just a little much on that one. Vegas able to beat Romario Williams to the spot.
Yeah, I thought he maybe had a better option going down the line with Collier and looking at creating a 2v2 option here on the wide flank and seeing if they could get some more numbers in the box.
Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DM, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches, including the championship final, available in Spanish. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Well, Kofi Chumesi will be coming on, and he really has not featured that much for Rhode Island this season. Different story for Stephen Turnbull. He has played in every match. This is just the 4th time he has come off the bench now. He did so last week, entering in the 66th minute against Miami. Turnbull has 3 goals and 3 assists. Spent time with NYCFC last year in Major League Soccer. Did Turnbull. And Femu with Fuson on his hip. Again, plays it back to Solt. Chumesi showing some fresh hops.
Got up there. Holy smokes.
He was 8 matches with 3 starts for Chumesi. This is just the 3rd time he has played since they were here on August 7th for Rhode Island. Here's Blake. Great find for either Foster or Collier. Again, Collier scored a goal against against Rhode Island earlier this year. Weaves his way through, but just couldn't control the final touch.
Unreal. Unreal. Every time you think he's stopped, he's still going.
Thought Sean McCauley said it very well in our broadcast show this year. If we don't know where he's going, the other team doesn't know where he's going.
And he's such a quick thinker. You cannot believe that this was all by design. He's just reacting to the moment and what the situation presents and then playing another touch off of it.
Now let's note, Rhode Island is not out of subs, but they're out of substitution windows. And that is, I think, Turnbull, who just came into the match. And if he can't continue on, they would need to be down a player. Now, the team doctor has been waved on from the Indy 11.
Wow.
To come check. And clearly you can tell it's a shoulder injury they're trying to work on here. But 3 sub windows have already been used by Cano Smith. And they have an extra sub available if you get to past 90 minutes, as in if we have to play an additional 15 or additional 30, you'd have another chance to sub somebody on. But right now, you could be a player down if this player cannot continue on.
That changed the complexion of this last little bit of time.
Fans, scan the QR code on screen to subscribe to the Indy 11 YouTube channel. Be the first to see match highlights, training content, Jack Blake's podcast, the Coach's Show podcast, and so much more. And that is Turnbull, who just came in. And it looks like he is being taken to the locker room. So again, not by way of a red card, but it's going to be playing a man down for Rhode Island.
Wow, did not have that in the script.
Well, we want to wish the best to Stephen Turnbull. Again, he's had a great year. But his appearance in today's game apparently is going to be very brief.
You know, you're up 3-1 with 30 minutes to go. It's hard to argue with pulling J.J. Williams out of the match, but boy, things changed when he left.
Here's Dequa.
Yeah, they have got to keep this ball in their attacking third.
And that's a foul whistle against James Musa. And you'll take every opportunity to try to take a few extra ticks off the clock here if you're Rhode Island. Protecting a 1-goal lead and being a man down.
What an interesting finish to this game, Rick.
It's been interesting the entire way. campfire time for Rhode Island. Dispe just watches that one trickle across the byline.
Now you practice these scenarios, you practice man down, goal up, goal down, man up. You practice all these things. So this is something that players are not unfamiliar with, but it's still difficult to navigate.
A throw, not a corner for the Indy 11. It is White that will take it. Some of the Rhode Island fans have made their way down pitch side to eventually celebrate with their team their first playoff appearance. They hope their first playoff win. Yayo got there first for Rhode Island. Blake. Musa goes flying.
Wow.
Handball is going to be the call against the Indy 11. Okay, Vegas prompted to restart, and he'll take as much time as he possibly can before doing so. Williams, good hold-up play. And White has space, but Foster goes the opposite direction. Collier the target. Stoneman got in the way.
Good fight from Douglas Martinez at the top.
That's exactly what you expect from Douglas Martinez, correct?
100%. That's why you left him in here.
Foster. Williams is trying to carve out some space to turn. And Musa stays in front of Dikwa. Frankly, I think James probably got away with a touch. I thought that was off of Musa.
Right, I did too.
That was a favorable whistle for the home team. I'm not sure there have been that many of those today. Dispe. All the way through, but doesn't find a teammate. Now we'll start to glance toward the fourth official. That ball by Dikwa earns another 20 seconds. Yeah. Great. It doesn't result in anything, but takes more time off the clock. Now we'll look towards the fourth official and see exactly how much time is left in this one. Foster slides it through, and Williams
goodness,
missed.
You got Romario Williams on the front end of the 6. You got Dougie Martinez making a run to the back of the 6. The ball slides right across.
You didn't have any plans, did you?
Holy smokes, did you see that?
9 minutes.
Unreal.
A World Cup level of additional time to be added here before this match comes to an end.
Why, the fans in Rhode Island right now are going to hold their breath for 9 minutes. You better have a safety wellness check out there.
Messi.
Get that ball.
Draws the foul, and again, frankly, that was well defended because Williams did not have that close of a look at it. And again, Rhode Island is playing a man down, not because of a card, but because of an injury after they used, as White is fouled, their last substitution window. So you're allowed as many as five subs. You can use 3 different substitution windows. If you sub at halftime, that does not count. So that is the reason why Rhode Island is playing with 10 currently, is due to injury. Clearly, they don't want this match to get to additional time. But if it does, they would be allowed to make a sub to rectify that. Foster. Blake trying to find some space. Here's Ofemu, and that'll be a foul against Ofemu for getting there late, and he'll be shown a card.
Tough moment.
So Ofemu the card. First minute of 9 has been wiped away by Rhode Island. It was Rhode Island that equalized to make it 3-3 after the 90th minute when they played 5 months ago. Could Indy do the same today?
If you were going to write a script for what it would take to get the opportunity to play Lou City in the next round, this would have been it. Nobody would have believed it, but this would have been it.
There are those that will root for either team. I'll tell you what Lou City is rooting for. added time.
Exactly.
Knowing that, again, these guys have one less day to prepare for that match. Obviously, that's kind of mitigated from the Indy 11 perspective, knowing you've got such short travel to get to Louisville. He's Pay, good win. We'll head it right back to Quinn. And Quinn's ball sprayed wide, but that's going to be a foul against Dequa.
Yeah, that's one thing that Rhode Island cannot afford at this moment right now. You cannot be turning a throw-in for yourself into a restart for Indy.
A refrain that has been said for the last seemingly 40 minutes. Still a lot of time left in this one. Martinez with no Darce on his back pocket. Afemu's ball. Duggan sprays it wide. A throw, not a corner, coming here for the Indy 11. Martinez nudged forward. Afemu hustling back and digs in on Shumesi.
Wow.
Great pickpocket by the sub, and now here comes the moment for Rhode Island. Indy flying numbers back. This is Brito. And Brito elects to hold up for possession. Blake.
Wow.
Well done by Brito.
Unreal.
Has Dequa to his right as a safety valve and finds him.
What a moment of
And instead of directing this one
brilliance.
towards goal, Dequa will simply step on it. Quinn comes to help out. That will be a throw for Rhode Island. Still 5 minutes and change left to go in this one. And that'll be offside. Cano Smith encouraging on his charges to find whatever is left. Dees Pay joining the attack. And Collier out wide trying to create. Quinn with space. Quinn's bending ball back post, headed down by Hayden White, but again not towards frame. Afemu able to knock it away from Dequa.
Yeah, Rhode Island has to get a little bit more moving forward than Dequa. There's nobody that he can play to.
Indy goes quick, but that ball will be a goal kick. A miscue there by Indy.
Tired legs, tired legs.
Are you better served going quick there or waiting and kind of taking a set piece look if you're Indy?
Well, it depends on the play. Right now, I'd say take a moment. But if you're taking a quick serve and you've got numbers in the box and you can catch them out of shape, hit it. But the one thing that Rhode Island right now mentally, you know, you're putting 8 guys back at the 18 with just Dequa up top. Now the ball gets up there and he's got no help, no support. So you got to get a little bit of a midfield game as well.
Blake fights his way through. And this ball directed towards us. Restart immediate for the Indy 11. 3 minutes left for the Indy 11 to pull one back and keep their season going. 3 minutes left to defend. Down a man for Rhode Island.
Great ball from Musa.
Williams!
Wow, what a strike.
The man that thought he had the second goal nearly had the third.
Jack Blake, a brilliant serve. Romario Williams with a sliding little scissor kick.
He's got 60 in his USL Championship career. At least in regular season play. Vegas was up to the challenge. That's a handball on Dequa.
Oh.
Messi takes out Blake, but again, they'll play on. Dequa's job is simply to Make everybody come chase him. Taking valuable seconds off the clock. And that will be a corner. Brought to us by Wilson Kehoe Winningham. That'll be good for 30 seconds right there.
Well played by Dequan.
Rhode Island not in a hurry, nor as they should be. I'm not sure I've seen a corner kick with fewer players in vicinity than right. Those are the two guys within 30 yards of the ball right there. Everybody else stays back. And Franklin, Rhode Island just gives away possession.
They just needed.
And there was no need for that.
Yeah.
Here are the urges of the Brickyard Battalion and the crowd trying to find any bit of energy to keep this match going. Blake, back post. Martinez could not get there. Fuson did. Corner kick brought to us by Wilson Kehoe Winningham. Salt being told to get to midfield. Everybody else will come forward for the Indy 11. They've already got a one-man advantage here. And no need for Collier at 6'6" to be by the corner flag. He will now go inside towards the 6-yard box.
Yeah, two brilliant serves from Blake to set up moments like this.
And it is Blake that sends it in. No, Darcy got there first. Quinn lines it up. Quinn has a go. Quinn would like to have that one back. 30 seconds left in this one. That may have been the last look for the Indy 11. Vegas will take all the time that he possibly can. No look from the referee at his wristwatch just yet. One more crack at it for Indy. It has to come here. Collier dispossessed, and that's it.
Wow.
Rhode Island hangs on, and in their first playoff appearance, they win it. Look at another shot at Lou City coming up in 6 days. And the Indy 11 season has come to an end. Your final score in Indianapolis today, J.J. Williams with all three for Rhode Island, and they beat the Indy 11 3-2. J.J. Williams matching his effort. It's one thing to do that against Miami. To do that in the playoff opener
on the road
is a whole different story. A legendary performance. Sean McCauley with a couple of words for our officiating crew in this match. Aiden Quinn offering the same. But there's no doubts about the effort of that man. The star of the match for sure. Rhode Island moves on. Indy 11 sees their 11th season now end in the opening round of the playoffs. It is the third time in 4 trips to the postseason in their USL Championship history that Indy's season has been one and done. A disconsolate Adrian Deespay at the end of this match. Stay tuned. Post-match coverage, we will carry it to as close as 3:30 local time as possible. But the season ends for the Indy 11. Your final score at Carroll Stadium. Rhode Island FC 3, the Indy 11 2. As you're watching on Wish TV and ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Every place has a purpose, and the people who inhabit those places have their own reasons for being there. The last thing on their minds should be concerns about the safety of the places they are in. When it comes to security and safety for all the places that matter, Dormakaba offers a seamless flow of integrated solutions that allow people to move securely about their daily lives. Because the places that matter to you matter to us.
For over a century, Indiana has been the destination for sports innovation and the state where champions are crowned. Now, we're entering a new era with Sports Tech HQ, a place that inspires innovation and invests in entrepreneurs who are changing the game, one startup at a time. Welcome to the crossroads of sports and technology. Sports Tech HQ, home of the game changers.
Find it, try it, paint it, love it. 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 Find it, try it, paint it, love it, love it, love it.
What was a good season for the Indy 11 just ended. Rhode Island comes to Indy, and in their first playoff appearance, they win. Final score in this one, 3-2. All goals tallied for Rhode Island by J.J. Williams. He's got a hat trick in back-to-back weeks. The regular season finale against Miami, and today against the Indy 11. Goal scorers Aiden Quinn and Douglas Martinez for the Indy 11 today. Time for our Schleg lockdown play of the game. Hunter Salt again, 3 got by him today. It was not for lack of effort. And now you immediately start to flip your mind towards the future. Hunter, one of 2 players on loan to the Indy 11 that were prominent on this season for the Indy 11. Hunter with the Portland Timbers, Lawrence Wotton with the Chicago Fire, and you don't know if they'll come back this way again. See all the players, Cam Lindley not in uniform, Tyler Gibson as well. Applauding the Brickyard Battalion for their effort all season long. The Brickyard Battalion doing the same for the Indy 11. There's not a supporters group like this in the USL Championship that we happen to have here in Indianapolis. This was not the ending that the team had hoped for, but frankly, because of the Calla Rhode Island, they knew this could be one and done coming into this one.
Right. No, this is an unbelievable team, and you take a look, they got off to a very, very slow start. So when we first saw them in July, in early July, we both said this is a team that's going to be there at the end.
Indy got off to a slow start as well. They had 4 points in their first 6 matches of the season. Then went for 2 months without a loss. Did not lose from their loss to the Charleston Battery on April the 13th. Until falling to Orange County 1-0 on June 22nd. They could never reclaim that form, but played pretty well, you would say, from late September until late October. Simply put, Rhode Island had the better of it in the first half, early second half. And despite the opportunities, Indy just could not make up the difference, including 9 minutes of playing with a man advantage due to an injury for Rhode Island. Here's the way this one played early. The handball against Brem Samaro led to the first of J.J. Williams' 3 goals.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because it was a handball and it was a ball that was going on frame, but it was not a ball that was going to wind up in the back of the net.
Aiden Quinn would get the first for the Indy 11. It would come off of service from Aiden Stanley.
And this is just a ball that, you know, Olsted's trying to clear, but he puts it right to Aiden Quinn, who winds up with an amazing one-touch volley.
That will go down as the only goal of the season for Aiden Quinn. But here on this restart, Cano Smith makes it happen quickly. Quizera finds Fuson. Quizera finds Fuson again. And it was J.J. Williams. Not the first touch, but the second to make it 2-1. And that would be our score going to halftime.
Right, and you wonder if Smith had this, hey, we're going to play all our restarts and throw-ins quickly, or if he just saw that Indy was not in the right shape at that moment.
J.J. Williams made it 3. He will not get a Christmas card from Brickyard Battalion, by the way. Here is the one that was called back. Was Romario Williams offside? Well, probably your opinion of that would be depending on which team you are rooting for. Our Sports Tech HQ stat of the game, 30 crosses in this match for the Indy 11. They would find the back of the net one more time right there. Aiden Quinn the assist. Douglas Martinez got the goal. But even in that time where Indy played a man up due to injury, got a couple of looks, but nothing of the nervy moment variety for Rhode Island FC.
Yeah, heroic moment for them. I mean, they were out of gas. They were a player down and were able to hang on.
So the autograph line continues, win or lose, whether the season will come to an end or not for the Indy 11. As always, team, players, so appreciative of the wonderful support they have from fans here in Indianapolis. We'll take this quick timeout. We hope to catch up with Sean McCauley and players. We may not, given kind of the nature of this one. We're with you until 3:30. Season now in the post tense for the Indy 11. They fall to Rhode Island by a score of 3-2.
The Indy 11 are announcing a new signing to their squad. We can now confirm it's Max from Williams Comfort Air and Mr. Plumber. Max clearly has some training to do to get into shape by game day. Soccer skills and service you can rely on from a team you can trust. Both essential for a winning performance.
So I had no job, no car, nobody to watch my son. And when I finally got a job interview, it was a half hour away. I was just stuck, you know? Then one of my friends told me to call CareSource. I was like, my health insurance company?
We helped Becky with her resume, arranged daycare for her son, and even set up a ride to the interview that helped her get the job. CareSource is so much more than health insurance.
At Security Federal, our flexible banking solutions mean your financial future has never been brighter. Our business options will keep you one step ahead of the competition, and the communities we serve can depend on us to be there when it counts. At Security Federal Savings Bank, flexibility means everything because it's all about you. Now offering free business and personal checking. Call or visit us online today.
Well, in what will be our final broadcast of the season, with the postseason run ending today, 3-2 for the Indy 11 as they fall to Rhode Island, I can tell you this, we have been lucky to work with some tremendous head coaches, but none have been as considerate of their time and the speed in which getting to our location to have these conversations than Sean McCauley. The way he treats the broadcasters is the way that he treats the fans as well. Sean, it has been such a joy to work with you this season. We look forward to many more years to come. I know it's probably hard to kind of think of it being in the past tense, but just kind of thoughts on the last gasp today and falling to Rhode Island 3-2.
My immediate thought is real disappointment that we didn't give the supporters another goal to cheer about, because I think then, you know, the momentum shift, and I'm really disappointed we just couldn't get another goal. Obviously, the performance, I think we were a little bit soft in the first half. We need to be stronger than that, you know, to compete and to win games. But I will say that the effort to go right to the very end is something that we want to focus on in terms of our positives, because we want to be a club that has something to hang its hat on, and I think any team that has an identity where they say they never give up is probably one of the more successful ones. And if that is going to be our identity, I'm really pleased that we showed it right to the very end, and I'm really disappointed for the players.
Obviously, the Open Cup run is one of the highlights of the year. This was the highest seed the team had in terms of a postseason run in 5 years. I guess after year number one, kind of your thoughts as to where you are in this process, in this project.
You know, it's been really good. The players have given everything, and you know, I've got to see the real highs, and you know, we've had a couple of spells, as we know, and we spoke about this before, where you know, we've had like streaks of a season where we've done really, really well, and then we've had a downside. I want to be more consistent, and I've got a clear picture in my head where I want to get that consistency in performance week in, week out, and that's not from the lack of trying with the players. They do. It's just I've got to put them into positions, I think, where we become a little bit more aggressive in our attacking play, and obviously with our defending we need to not concede as many goals, and we've got to tighten that up. So I've got a picture of how that looks, and we'll start working on it straight away tomorrow.
Speaking about putting players in certain spots, I thought the game flipped with the subs of Hayden White and Romario Williams. Was there a tactical change that came with them, or was it just a little bit of different energy that they brought?
I changed things around at half-time because I wanted Malik to be a little bit more central. And, you know, and I just thought with Romario and Hayden, Bren was struggling a little bit in terms of physical. Augie is, you know, sometimes he has these really electric games and sometimes he can drift in and out of games. I just thought he needed a bit more presence up in the top end of the pitch with Romario, and he goes on and he can hold it. He's got that strength and presence to hold the ball, which then, if you can do that, you can probably get Malik on the ball a little bit more. And I thought, you know, rather than making a one-for-one change with Logan, he's got the energy and he's got the running, and I do want to see him in central midfield for the future as well. You know, we've got to have a look at that. But I thought Hayden, because of his pace and his ability to get behind and cross the ball, it worked a little bit. I mean, the goal, the non-goal, the offside, whatever, I thought we them two combined really well, and that's what we wanted to see. And it did shift a little bit, and then, you know, we bring on Diz and take a full-back off because we know what his energy is like and what a danger he can be in the box. And so with Elliot, he's done fantastic for us this season and coming off the bench. So we kept going right to the very end. But, you know, we've lost probably a better team today. And they've been on an incredible run of form, and they've got a good group. You know, we've got to recognise they've finished on the same points as us, but below us because of the head-to-head. But, you know, when we look at the amount of games that they've lost, I think it's maybe only 7 all season. So they've got a good group. They've got a chance of, you know, going to the next game and continuing on. And because of the respect that we want to show the opponent, we wish them all the best.
Well, I can tell you this, and again, while you wanted to play for 3 more weekends, it's crazy to think the free agency period begins about 4 weeks from now. Then training begins 3 months from now for the next season. It comes around so quickly. Take some time and to enjoy this. And again, we always appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it back. Thanks very much, guys. Really appreciate it.
You got it. Sean McCauley, again, head coach of the Indy 11. We're going to get Aiden Quinn probably here coming up in a couple of minutes or so. So again, the Indy 11, their season comes to an end. It is on to year number 12. Today's final score, Rhode Island 3, Indy 11 2. More post-game coverage comes away next on Wish TV and ESPN+.
Find it, try it, paint it, love it. 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 Find it, try it, paint it, love it, love it, love it.
Indy 11 has the latest merchandise: shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, hats, and more. All at Indy11.com/shop.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Now get financing as low as 4.99% APR on a new or used vehicle. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Indy 11 has the latest merchandise: shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, hats, and more. All at Indy11.com/shop. Now we're thrilled to be joined now by the team captain as post-game coverage continues. The Indy 11 season comes to an end. They fall Rhode Island by a score of 3-2. It is Aiden Quinn who scored the first of 2 goals today for the Indy 11, and we can talk about this game if you would like, but obviously this is a season unlike any that you've gone through in terms of having to sit for the first 2/3 of it, rehabbing from multiple knee surgeries. I know you're disappointed in how it ended and the fact that it's over, but kind of your thoughts as to how you're feeling knowing everything you went through to get back on the field this year.
Yeah, personally, it's been great. I think it's a big testament to everyone who was behind me. Josh, our athletic trainer, Joel, the physical therapist, my family, all the guys, coaching staff, the whole club, and the fans. So thank you to all of them for helping me get back to playing. And yeah, unfortunate the way that our season ended.
And the documentary is great. Thanks for sharing that recovery with us, because I think it's inspirational to anybody that's going through elements like that. As captain of this team, as disappointing as it is the way it has ended, talk a little bit about the fight that you saw from this team until the final whistle.
Yeah, I think we were very dangerous towards the end of the game. Disappointing a little bit. We didn't come out like that because, as you saw, we were very good and very dangerous when we were pushing and chasing the ball and running down people and creating chances. And you can't do that in playoff games. You can't wait. You have to start from the beginning and all the way through, or else it's going to be very tough. So it's a learning process for the club, but I think it's obviously a step in the right direction, trying to build that winning culture here, and it was great to get a game in front of our fans.
We're going to show the highlight of the goal. Walk us through what you saw and the blow that you delivered at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I just saw it was a great ball in. We challenged well, and the ball just popped out. So it was kind of spinning and high up, so I just wanted to make sure that I made good contact and got over the ball. And lucky enough, it went in. I think I had one towards the end that I think I should have done better because it's pretty similar.
This is a ridiculous strike. Absolutely ridiculous. And then, it's a one-touch ball, difficult ball to handle. One-touch ball for the assist. 2 one-touch balls played with the outside of your foot to send guys into space. You're not 100% yet because of what you just came off of in this year. How far are you away? Because that was brilliant today.
Yeah, the last few games I felt really good. But I think I need a preseason to get back to 100%. I think I'm very close, but I need that off-season preparation and preseason, and then next year, I think I'll feel very good. But I think the people that have helped me get to where I am, I'm very close, but I have a little bit more to get to.
The wrap of season number 2, we are certainly cheering for a season number 3 of Aiden Quinn as part of the Boys in Blue. Thanks for the time, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys, for everything.
Aiden Quinn, again, team captain of the Indy 11, and simply put, one of the best 11 players in league history. There's no doubt about that in our minds. We'll come back and wrap up today and the season when we come back on Wish TV and ESPN+.
It's very true that it takes a village to raise a child. And when it comes to my healthcare village at Community Health Network, it's all nestled right in my phone. Accessing healthcare is the ability to be connected with your provider and ask a question when you need it. I feel like when I'm meeting with a community nurse practitioner or doctor, they're tuned in to what is going on with me and the way that they can serve me best.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Every place has a purpose, and the people who inhabit those places have their own reasons for being there. The last thing on their minds should be concerns about the safety of the places they're in. When it comes to security and safety for all the places that matter, Dormakaba offers a seamless flow of integrated solutions that allow people to move securely about their daily lives. Because the places that matter to you matter to us.
Back for a final time this season here at Michael A. Carroll Track and Soccer Stadium. The 8th year of the Indy 11 playing here. The 11th year of the Indy 11 is now in the past tense. Rhode Island wins it 3-2. So the playoffs continue on in terms of the bracket in the Eastern Conference. The 5 seed Rhode Island goes to play at the number 1 seed in Lou City. The 6 seed in Tampa Bay plays at the Charleston Battery. But I think those are 2 fantastic semifinals in the East.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch.
So for the Indy 11, Now the eternal question is, what's next? Obviously, we have kept our conversation on the broadcast to what we have seen on the pitch. And we'll try to keep it here in that as well. From an off-the-field standpoint, there was some adversity that was dealt to this team during the course of the season. But frankly, it never affected the product on the field. This was a good year for the Indy 11. Now, Brad, what are the next steps in trying to move the ball a bit more further forward?
Well, you mentioned it. It's about moving forward, whether it's business, whether it's a team, whether it's personally. It's all about moving forward. And you take a look, not just the adversity that you had. Last season, you were back in the playoffs. Now you're back in a home playoff match. You're moving forward. And so now it's going to be interesting to see, with a full offseason to prepare, how this team moves forward under Coach McCauley next year.
Well, again, we want to thank our tremendous broadcast partners at MyIndy and Wish TV, Circle City Broadcasting. They have been with us since day number one. Adam Smith has been our producer for almost every match this season. Our production partner, Tupelo Honey. The men and women behind the scenes have been tremendous. Brad and I are wrapping up year number 11. We'll see you for year number 12. And, folks, it's not that far away. The next season rolls around in 4 months in early March for a final time, though, for 2024. The final score is Rhode Island 3 and Indy 11-2. Thank you, fans, and thank you for watching Indy 11 Soccer on Wish TV.
At Security Federal, our flexible banking solutions mean your financial future has never been brighter. Our business options will keep you one step ahead of the competition, and the communities we serve can depend on us to be there when it counts. At Security Federal Savings Bank, flexibility means everything because it's all about you. Now offering free business and personal checking. Call or visit us online today.
So I had no job, no car, nobody to watch my son. And when I finally got a job interview, it was a half hour away. I was just stuck, you know? Then one of my friends told me to call CareSource. I was like, my health insurance company?
We helped Becky with her resume, arranged daycare for her son, and even set up a ride to the interview that helped her get the job. CareSource is so much more than health insurance.
The main part of my job is definitely listening. People deserve transparency. I don't want the financial part to be something that stops or hinders a patient from having the health care that they need. I try to treat each person like they're my mom or my grandmother, my daughter, my husband. I want them to know that they're not just another phone call for us. And it's very rewarding to know that I can provide peace of mind.
Stand by me.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Number 19.
Wow, what a finish. You take a look at the way as a goalkeeper, you're kind of guessing, you're kind of looking, you're trying to figure out.
For the first postseason goal in Rhode Island history. For the first postseason goal in Rhode Island history. Got it. And little that Salt could do about that. Rhode Island on the board first in minute number 19.
Wow, what a finish. You take a look at the way as a goalkeeper, you're kind of guessing, you're kind of looking, you're trying to figure out.
For the first postseason goal in Rhode Island history. Got it. And little that Salt could do about that. Rhode Island on the board first in minute number 19.
Wow, what a finish. You take a look at the way as a goalkeeper, you're kind of guessing, you're kind of looking, you're trying to figure out.
For the first postseason goal in Rhode Island history. Got it. And little that Salt could do about that. Rhode Island on the board first in minute number 19.
Wow, what a finish. You take a look at the way as a goalkeeper, you're kind of guessing, you're kind of looking, you're trying to figure out. In charge of the back post.
Bending ball, Vegas a punch, Holstead a clear, Quinn a one-time.
What a strike.
It hits somebody, they don't care who. Aiden Quinn has leveled the match at a goal apiece. It is
in charge of the back post.
Bending ball, Vegas a punch, Holstead a clear, Quinn a one-time.
What a strike.
It hits somebody, they don't care who. Aiden Quinn has leveled the match at a goal apiece. It is
in charge of the back post.
Bending ball, Vegas a punch, Holstead a clear, Quinn a one-time.
What a strike.
It hits somebody, they don't care who. Aiden Quinn has leveled the match at a goal apiece. It is the restart going quickly. This portion of this match brought to us by Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission.
What a ball.
Here's Fuson. Fuson cuts it back, left foot. Williams scuffed it, not the second time. Williams has a brace. Rhode Island is right back in front.
Here's the thing. Whether it was by design, whether they just want to play up-tempo, or they saw something in film that says, hey, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins. Connell Smith grabbing
the restart going quickly. This portion of this match brought to us by Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission.
What a ball.
Here's Fuson. Fuson cuts it back, left foot. Williams scuffed it, not the second time. Williams has a brace. Rhode Island is right back in front.
Here's the thing. Whether it was by design, whether they just want to play up-tempo, or they saw something in film that says, hey, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins. Connell Smith grabbing
the restart going quickly. This portion of this match brought to us by Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission.
What a ball.
Here's Fuson. Fuson cuts it back, left foot. Williams scuffed it, not the second time. Williams has a brace. Rhode Island is right back in front.
Here's the thing. Whether it was by design, whether they just want to play up-tempo, or they saw something in film that says, hey, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins. Connell Smith grabbing
the restart going quickly. This portion of this match brought to us by Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission.
What a ball.
Here's Fuson. Fuson cuts it back, left foot. Williams scuffed it, not the second time. Williams has a brace. Rhode Island is right back in front.
Here's the thing. Whether it was by design, whether they just want to play up-tempo, or they saw something in film that says, hey, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins. Connell Smith grabbing
the restart going quickly. This portion of this match brought to us by Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission.
What a ball.
Here's Fuson. Fuson cuts it back, left foot. Williams scuffed it, not the second time. Williams has a brace. Rhode Island is right back in front.
Here's the thing. Whether it was by design, whether they just want to play up-tempo, or they saw something in film that says, hey, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins, quick throw-ins. Connell Smith grabbing.
Delivered. Heravo. Quizera. Bending ball looking for Williams. He got it again. My goodness. Back-to-back delivered. Heravo. Quizera. Bending ball looking for Williams. He Got it again. My goodness. Back-to-back delivered. Rhode. Quizera. Bending ball looking for Williams. He got it again. My goodness. Back-to-back. Their third and final sub looks like in a couple of minutes. Bending ball in. Nodarse got there first. This from Aiden Quinn. Quinn redirects. Martinez flicks it down. And Douglas Martinez. Flag stays down this time. Indy is back within one. Douglas Martinez gets the goal.
Aiden Quinn with another.
Their third and final sub looks like in a couple of minutes. Bending ball in. Nodarse got there first. This from Aiden Quinn. Quinn redirects. Martinez flicks it down. And Douglas Martinez. Flag stays down this time. Indy is back within one. Douglas Martinez gets the goal.
Aiden Quinn with another.
Their third and final sub looks like in a couple of minutes. Bending ball in. Nodarse got there first. This from Aiden Quinn. Quinn redirects. Martinez flicks it down. And Douglas Martinez. Flag stays down this time. Indy is back within one. Douglas Martinez gets the goal.
Aiden Quinn with another.
Their third and final sub looks like in a couple of minutes. Bending ball in. Nodarse got there first. This from Aiden Quinn. Quinn redirects. Martinez flicks it down. And Douglas Martinez. Flag stays down this time. Indy is back within one. Douglas Martinez gets the goal.
Aiden Quinn with another.
4 assists. One of 3 players to play in every Rhode Island match in their debut season. Could be a difficult ball here headed down. Augie Williams clears it about a foot. Here's the blast that does not stay on frame. It did not take a touch. Goal kick for Hunter Solt. 4 assists. One of 3 players to play in every Rhode Island match in their debut season. Could be a difficult ball here headed down. Augie Williams clears it about a foot. Here's the blast that does not stay on frame. It did not take a touch. Goal kick for Hunter Solt. Ibarra. At the edge of the 6. It was Ofemu that got there first, but not out of danger. Ask for a handball. I think they're getting it. It is a handball. It's a penalty. It's a point to the spot to start the match. And Rhode Island has a chance from 12 feet away to take a 1-goal lead. Ibarra. At the edge of the 6. It was Ofemu that got there first, but not out of danger. Ask for a handball. I think they're getting it. It is a handball. It's a penalty. It's a point to the spot to start the match. And Rhode Island has a chance from 12 feet away to take a 1-goal lead.
Making the dress list is just a dream come true.
Stanley bending ball. Coque Vegas able to get to it without much of a issue.
Thrilled that you're
making the dress list is just a dream come true.
Stanley bending ball. Coque Vegas able to get to it without much of a issue.
Thrilled that you're.
It is Jack Blake and sprayed by Vegas.
What a strike.
That's veteran versus veteran right there.
What a strike.
It is a corner. It is Jack Blake and sprayed by Vegas.
What a strike.
That's veteran versus veteran right there.
What a strike.
It is a corner.
What a strike.
It hits somebody. They don't care who. Aiden Quinn has leveled the match at a goal apiece. And it's time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis in minute number 35. There are a smattering of Rhode Island fans that are here in the building today. Williams down by. There are a smattering of Rhode Island fans that are here in the building today. Williams down by. There are a smattering of Rhode Island fans that are here in the building today. Williams down by replace that matters. Foster.
What a ball.
Onside. Lifts it past, but Vegas able to make the play. And then foul against Malik Foster. Replace that matters. Foster.
What a ball.
Onside. Lifts it past, but Vegas able to make the play. And then foul against Malik Foster. Foul against Martinez. And then Martinez will be shown yellow for the volleyball spike. Foul against Martinez. And then Martinez will be shown yellow for the volleyball spike. Whoever wins this match knows they are at Lou City. Quinn, oh goodness, takes a tumble. Battle. A stumble here, an opportunity here. Foster looks for Williams, cuts it back all the way to Stanley. Left foot does not get through. Second chance, does not get through. A third opportunity will not happen. A goal kick. And that is going to be the end of the half.
What a way to end the half. My goodness.
The opportunities have not been as plentiful for the battle. A stumble here, an opportunity here. Foster looks for Williams, cuts it back all the way to Stanley. Left foot does not get through. Second chance, does not get through. A third opportunity will not happen. A goal kick. And that is going to be the end of the half.
What a way to end the half. My goodness.
The opportunities have not been as plentiful for the FC. Here's Haribo.
What a combination.
Musa steps to him, and that could have easily been goal 3.
What a miss.
That's a rare bad touch for Noah Fuson.
Unbelievable. A chance.
FC. Here's Haribo.
What a combination.
Musa steps to him, and that could have easily been goal 3.
What a miss.
That's a rare bad touch for Noah Fuson.
Unbelievable. A chance.
Foster trying to find Blake. Whose boot got there last? It was Rhode Island did. It will be a corner kick brought to us by Wilson Kehoe Winningham. Foster trying to find Blake. Whose boot got there last? It was Rhode Island did. It will be a corner kick brought to us by Wilson Kehoe Winningham.
Now, in the part 2 is you can kind of manage your effort right now. Players behind the ball, you don't have to go forward unless it's a great opportunity. So you don't have to get into an 18-18 back and forth game.
Williams stays down behind the play. Indy continues to play on Romario Williams. Gets his third Indy 11 goal. Substitute move number 1. Gets a check mark for Sean McCulley. Time to cue up more smoke in Indianapolis. But.
Now, in the part 2 is you can kind of manage your effort right now. Players behind the ball, you don't have to go forward unless it's a great opportunity. So you don't have to get into an 18-18 back and forth game.
Williams stays down behind the play. Indy continues to play on Romario Williams. Gets his third Indy 11 goal. Substitute move number 1. Gets a check mark for Sean McCulley. Time to cue up more smoke in Indianapolis. But
created opportunities.
Give away by Quinn. And then Quinn able to win it back. Frankly, both players doing some serious tugging of the jersey and find
created opportunities.
Give away by Quinn. And then Quinn able to win it back. Frankly, both players doing some serious tugging of the jersey and find everything is in our DNA. For more information, visit forthebold.com. Quinn again.
Why not?
Diving effort by Vegas did not get the same snap on this one, nor a fortunate bounce the way everything is in our DNA. For more information, visit forthebold.com. Quinn again.
Why not?
Diving effort by Vegas did not get the same snap on this one, nor a fortunate bounce the way. Here's another great flick by Williams. Malik Foster, Haribo. Yep, and that will be a card. Absolutely. The only wait was going to be whether Foster was going to be. Here's another great flick by Williams. Malik Foster, Haribo. Yep, and that will be a card. Absolutely. The only wait was going to be whether Foster was going to be. Yayo got there first for Rhode Island. Blake. Musa goes flying.
Wow.
Handball is going to be the call against the Indy 11. Yayo got there first for Rhode Island. Blake. Musa goes flying.
Wow.
Handball is going to be the call against the Indy 11. Blake trying to find some space. Here's Ofemu, and that'll be a foul against Ofemu for getting there late, and he'll be shown a card.
Tough moment.
So Ofemu the card. First, Blake Blake trying to find some space. Here's Ofemu, and that'll be a foul against Ofemu for getting there late, and he'll be shown a card.
Tough moment.
So Ofemu the card. First, 3 minutes left to defend. Down a man for Rhode Island.
Great ball from Musa.
Williams!
Oh, what a strike!
The man that thought he had the second goal. 3 minutes left to defend. Down a man for Rhode Island.
Great ball from Musa.
Williams!
Oh, what a strike!
The man that thought he had the second goal.
Moments like this.
And it is Blake that sends it in. No, Darcy got there first. Quinn lines it up. Quinn has a go. Quinn would like to have that one back.
Moments like this.
And it is Blake that sends it in. No, Darcy got there first. Quinn lines it up. Quinn has a go. Quinn would like to have that one back. Look at another shot at Lou City coming up in 6 days. And the Indy 11 season has come to an end. Your final score in Indianapolis today. 3 got by him today. It was not for lack of effort. And now you immediately start to flip your mind towards the future. Hunter, one of 2 players on loan to the Indy 11 that were prominent on this season for the Indy 11. Hunter with the Portland Timbers. Lawrence Wotton with the Chicago Fire. And you don't know if they'll come back this way again. See all the players. Cam Lindley not in uniform. Tyler Gibson as well. Applauding the Brickyard Battalion for their effort all season long. The Brickyard Battalion.